The Rap Roundtable.
Yes, sir. Episode 156 of New York and hip hop's #1 podcast. One's up in the chat, one's up wherever you at. And if you got a problem with us saying that,
sure are.
We are the Rap Roundtable.
Hit it again because it wasn't clear.
Yep.
There you go.
Yep.
Shout out Rome Streets.
Salute.
Perfect ad-lib.
Unstoppable, the Rap Roundtable. Still got my ones up because, you know, the more I think
my ones up.
Facts. The more I be thinking things is moving in a different direction when I take, you know, sniff around and I look around. Even when it's down, it's still up. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
A lot of backstage maneuverings.
A lot.
A lot of banana pills word to Mario Kart. A lot of moving parts.
Rough.
But nevertheless, when I look around, it's still us over them, huh?
Yeah,
I agree with that.
Baffling at that. I'm actually stunned.
It smelled like. What it smell like? It smelled like.
Shit, I ain't doing that. I ain't doing that.
I don't know where this is headed.
You know what I mean? Nevertheless, this your guy Jarv here alongside Sincere the Rap Snob,
What up?
alongside Diddy the Bounce, alongside OVO Mate, top Drake fan alive,
#1.
most neutral, most rational, most informative Drake fan alive. No
Thank you,
state,
sir.
no Rock Nation standing, no
Facts.
none of that. Just the information that you need. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe option, hit the notification bell. Log in to all things Rap Roundtable. Life been life for your boy, so I still ain't figure out how to get Sincere's beats to play during the stream. But I promise you, by 157, the tools that you're accustomed to hearing will be playing in the background during the live stream.
Got new heat
Facts.
too.
sir.
That's a
Yeah, about fucking time. He cursing early.
acapella.
So sincere.
I've been begging Sid for new beats since the spring. You know what I mean? Although the beats I've been using, the people like. I've been
Are
running them
fire.
same beats,
Are
and they've been
fire.
loving them off. You know what I'm saying?
Producer extraordinaire, man.
I got a lot of new heat. It's just, you know, the communication,
Gotta let the
you
heat
know,
out,
has
son.
been all over the place. But we're gonna get that for you.
Life has been life.
For sure.
Like my guy said.
Facts.
We're 4 regular guys. Don't forget that.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Nevertheless, man, somebody the chat said that there's some audio ringing in the background. It might be my laptop, so I'm just gonna kill that. You know what I mean?
Oh, say that.
Yeah.
Say that. I don't
It's
got
all
nothing
good.
playing, do I? No.
I'm trying to peep the chat, but you know what? The chat. Maybe I'm not supposed to see the chat tonight. That's fine. Chat.
Possible.
Hit the like button. Let me know if me closing the laptop got rid of whatever ringing you might have been hearing. Anyway, fellas, how y'all feeling, man? Y'all good? I'm in a good mood, man. I can't complain. You know, we have a new addition to the Roundtable family. You know what I mean?
indeed.
Yes, sir.
We, you know, shout out to the homie Walt. You know what I
Walt the
mean?
Great.
Wait, see, what you say? What, Ginobili? Why you do that?
Ginobili!
You know what I mean?
Sir.
Young Walt is here. You know what I mean?
Salute.
We won't be
JR.
divulging more info than that. It's just Young Walt
That's
Young
it.
is
Walt.
here.
That's it.
We were very upset with Walt 2 weeks ago because he wasn't here. But then once we found out why he wasn't here, it was like, all right, Walt is good. He's good. You know what I mean? Quite frankly, I didn't think Walt would be here this week.
We still love
That's
him.
a
didn't
fact.
either.
That's what I
was
told
shocked
him.
to see him.
Yeah.
That's what I told him.
We
When I got-
appreciate
when I
it.
pulled up.
As men with children, we know, you got to get out of there. You
Yeah,
know,
man.
you know,
Facts.
We kind of save Walt.
You know what's funny?
That's exactly what he
Let me
said.
tell you what
Like,
Walt's doing right. Walt is looking for any sense of normalcy right now.
Yeah.
So if it means coming to work, fuck
out.
it. You know what I mean?
I'm
Because he
out.
ain't sleeping tonight. He might not sleep until next year, quite frankly.
Listen, definitely not the last month or so.
Holy.
Maybe 3 hours.
Walt
of
came
sleep.
to work 2 weeks ago like it was a regular Friday, and by the end of it, he was a dad. How about that?
That's what I'm
You know what I mean? It's crazy like
That's
that.
how it be.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? The Rap Roundtable doesn't give paternity leave.
No. We don't
Figure
protect,
it out.
We don't protect dads over here.
Right.
Protect our women,
Different
but
union,
fathers,
alright?
bring your ass to work.
Different
You know what I
kind of
mean?
union, man.
Oh man, but yo, a lot's been going on. It's been a rarity this summer. There's actually rap news, huh?
Yes.
Right.
Oh, talk about it.
Yes.
Holy shit, where's the news been at?
Shocking.
Real quick, you know what I mean? I just want to make a blanket statement. I want to say that I'm proud of the Rap Roundtable
Say it.
for not delving in to the gossip. You know, Joey Badass had a little situation
Right?
Yeah.
in his personal life, and we won't be talking about that.
Don't think we
Just because, you know, Joey Badass lyrically cooked Rayvon some felt like it was a green light to start kicking Joey Badass's back in because of whatever situations he might have in his personal life. You know what I mean? But like, I'm gonna be Deanie for a second.
All right.
And I'm gonna say that, you know what? If you can't pull a Soraya and whatever Joey Badass decided to do beyond Soraya, don't get on the interwebs talking about Joey Badass if it don't got nothing to do with rap.
Talk about
Leave it alone.
You
Talk
dig?
about it.
If it ain't got nothing to do with music, as a man, you shouldn't be talking about him and whatever he got going on. I was very disappointed to see grown men gossiping about a man and whatever he had going on. Very, very disappointed. But I'm proud of us because, you know what? He ain't dropped no bars.
Yeah.
So we just kept it moving.
Right. We didn't even discuss it amongst each other, guys.
At all. We didn't give a fuck. It's none of our business.
Nah. We
They'll
good.
figure it out. They'll figure it out. You know.
Don't talk about me when I'm on the Summer Jam.
I only want to know if a nigga is cheating when I'm watching Maury. And the sexy decoy is there for him to fail. That's where it starts and that's where it ends for me.
The sexy decoy got him every time.
Sexy decoy is undefeated.
Sheesh.
Undefeated. Although as I got older, I started realizing these shows are mostly scripted. I think maybe one or two guests are real, but the rest of them are just plants. Because like, how many guys with TVs can fall for the sexy decoy every time? And not know.
Every time. She be bending over in the green room. Like, bro, you are ugly.
You know she don't want you, bro. She's out of your weight class.
Oh God.
You know what I mean?
Never met a chick and she been over in
Come
the first
on,
2
bro.
seconds.
Start rubbing on your
you
chest. You
Never
look so
experienced this kind of
good.
love.
Bro, you're gonna be on stage on camera in 5 minutes.
5
minutes.
5 minutes. They came in and told you, yo, you're on in 5. And then Shorty come in here bending over all
Right.
types of.
Random
Can
chick
I be even more
grab your
problematic?
crotch.
Can I be even more problematic? I've worked in Stamford, Connecticut. They don't be looking like that from what I've seen in Stamford, Connecticut. Okay? So if you seen that in whatever room you was in at the time, you should do the
Probably
knowledge
a
and do the
setup.
math. Maybe this is a setup.
Maybe.
Possibly.
Maybe.
I'm just saying.
Niggas felt the setup.
A lot of people are falling for the
A
setup.
lot of
Might
them.
could be.
A lot
The
of them.
sexy decoy is not sexy enough to risk embarrassment on TV for the non-actors. Anyway, hit the like button, hit the subscribe option, hit the notification bell, log in to Rap Roundtable. Later in this episode, we will be talking about potential meth heads and NFL owners, but we'll get there.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
We'll get there.
It's gonna get spicy, guys.
You know, but we got to talk about the Nas and Hitboy. We got to talk about Game and the latest. You know, I shot my shot, pause with Game. We'll see what happens.
Game pull up.
Shout out
You
to
know what I
Game,
mean?
man.
But we got some very random news this week.
What's up?
Hitboy doing a sit-down interview with probably the unlikeliest of duos in interview history.
Do me off. Do me off.
Facts.
Elliot Wilson, shout out 2 T's,
Yeah.
and Vlad TV. An
Hate-
unexpected combination.
hate to
Yes.
see
Going from B dot to Vlad, like, how does that work? What happened to the bigger picture with
Jeremy Heck.
Jeremy Heck and
DJ Heck.
DJ
DJ Head? How we go
Boss.
from there? To me, like, Vlad is like the final bosses of B dots. You know what I mean? So before you get to Vlad, you had Jeremy Heck and DJ Head right there. Why not just run it back?
Back, yeah.
Ain't Hitboy from Cali, DJ Head right there? What we talking about? But I know the click is currency. So seeing this sit down happen, it's like, all right, I guess.
All right, I guess.
And then we find out that in the midst of the interview, Hitboy doing what I could only coin as, and we love Hit, we love you. You know, we met you.
That's a fact.
That's a fact.
He's done a lot for us.
Seen you at
Salute.
Yankee Stadium.
And he has
I
done a
love
lot
it.
for us.
That's a
love.
fact.
But Hit, he was spilling tea, bro.
He was.
Bro to bro, you was spilling tea
He was.
with Vlad. And as men, we shouldn't even be saying spilling tea. But that's the only way I could look at it. Because no one was looking. You know, when I woke up that day, I was thinking, do Nas and Hitboy not talk anymore?
Will Mill's gonna pack you out.
Yeah, I'm already packed. You know what I mean? I'm fucked up out here.
Shout out to
But it's
Will
like,
Mills.
because like, why would he share that? You know what I mean? But he's on the interview. He says that they haven't spoken in not 3 months, not 3 days, but 3 years.
3 years.
I'm baffled. Sincere Rap Snob, you know, you are the voice of the Nas fans at the Rap
Yeah.
Round
Yes, sir.
Table.
Yes, sir.
How did you feel when you found out that Nas and Hit haven't spoken in 3 years? And what do you make of it all?
It's a little disappointing, despite what a lot of people on Twitter might be saying right now, because there's definitely that leg of
Everybody.
Twitter
Right.
that we're not fans of the Nas and Hitboy era and their run and their, discography of 6 projects together. I was, as I think we all were here, a fan of their work together. I think they work well together. I think there was a lot of synergy there. I think, Hitboy and his youthful energy reinvigorated Nas in a lot of ways.
Right.
Nas is very nostalgic in his way of approaching music, and nostalgia is great, but sometimes you just need a little bit of that youthful energy in your creativity to cut through in the landscape, right? And that's what I think happened with those 6 projects. Do I love all 6 projects? No, right? The King's Diseases were great. The Magics were hit and miss. Magic 1 is a classic, but 2 and 3 were they were all right. But all in all, I was so happy with that run and what they did and what Nas did so late in his career. As a Nas fan, I was like, God damn, he really out here rapping over fire beats. And I don't care what y'all say out there, them Hitboy productions was fire, bro.
They pretend now. Yeah.
So
I don't like that niggas as soon as that news hit, they was trying to just kick Hitboy back and we didn't like that series anyway. Shut up.
And look, and I could understand if you're looking for production with a little bit more grit and a little bit more texture. I hear what y'all hearing if you don't like the Hitboy production. I swear I do. It doesn't bother me as much. I mean, I love gritty production, but I also like, Hitboy's more, more gloss on the grit instead of more grit on the grit. You know what I mean? So all in all, I was disappointed. Is it catastrophic? Also no, because I didn't expect them to work together all that much after 6 straight albums in 3 years.
Right.
I thought that was it. That was the run. We did our work, and go your separate ways. That's kind of how I felt about the run anyway. Right. But the way that Hitboy has divulged this information makes it seem like there's more. Not obviously the way he said it. There's more to the story. That's how he made it seem. But if he hadn't said anything, I would have been like, all right, they did 6 albums in 3 years. What more do we want from them? What more do we expect from them? I surely didn't expect anything else from that duo, right? I didn't think they was going to run it back for 10 albums in 15 years. That's not what I expected.
Come on, Sam.
Damn.
That's not what I expected. You know what I mean? I thought
it's feeling like he kicking Hitboy back.
No.
It's feeling that's what it's looking like to me.
I appreciated the run. I appreciated the discography that came out of it, right? The product that came out of it. But I really thought that was it. When when Magic 3 happened and they announced that was the last of the series, I was like, all right, bet. Right? What's next? I don't know why Hitboy decided to make it a thing. And I guess that's where I'm lost. Why make it a thing instead of just letting it be what it, because who was bringing it up? Who was gonna be like, yo, when is Nas and Hitboy gonna link back up?
Don't do that, Sin.
What do you mean?
Nah, Sin is right. I gotta say, I haven't done it in a while. I haven't done this in months. Nobody asked for this.
I guess I'm the only one that thinks about it then.
Nobody asked for this.
I didn't and it's not because it wasn't good or great.
Right.
It's because it was what it was. They announced that it was Magic 3 was the last thing. Mm-hmm. 3 albums in 6 years. I gotta keep saying that. What else did we expect?
6 albums in 3 years.
What did I say?
3 albums in 6 years.
My bad. Let me put the cup.
Yeah. Niggas want to take shots. Already. But he take a shot every time, anyway.
Right.
He
just dragged us into it.
6 albums in 3 years. What more did y'all? What did Hitboy expect to make more music with Nas, maybe
What
that could
more
have
did you want from me?
But as far as a
Tyrese.
fan of Nas and Hitboy in the series,
You were done.
I was good.
You're done.
I was good with it.
Okay.
So why Hitboy is deciding to make it a thing, I'm not sure. Unless he wants to tell his side of the story. But what's the story? What's his side of the story? Like that's where my head is at. If it was something that there was rumblings about out there, I could see him saying, I got, it's deeper than what people are saying. But nobody was saying nothing. So why just
So you felt like he made it hot.
he made it, yeah. He made it hot. For no reason, really. That's how I see it.
Do you need a balance? You kind of tipped your hand a little bit here, but like, let's get into it. Nas and Hitboy on the outs. 3 years they haven't spoken. When you heard that, how did you feel? And after that, what do you think about the situation?
I felt some type of way. I
Let's hear it,
did.
Dan.
As a person that loves Nas and that loves like music, I'm like between the musicality between the two of them is just like immense. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He made a already legendary act reinvigorated. Like Nas sounded for the majority of those albums like incredible. You know what I'm saying? We went to the show. We experienced it. Like hit on the boards. Nas doing this thing. Wu-Tang popping out. It's just like the whole experience. You know me. I'm a nostalgic
when
nigga.
Done Hit was crazy.
Yeah, you seen it. The whole shit erupted. Like you know me. I'm a fool for some nostalgia. So. Do I think they're gonna another 7 albums in 6 years, guys? We're back. Like no, but like maybe like you know what, a year down the line, 2 years down the line, I'm back in my bag, and this dude stays in his bag. Like why not spin it back and just put together the little 5? We already made arguably classic joints. You get what I'm saying? To me, KD3 is a classic. You can argue with your dog, like bark with the nigga. You know what I'm saying? I love that album.
Yeah.
The energy behind it. Magic 1 to me was a classic.
Yeah.
Like spin these albums and listen to a brother. Take away the whole Nas is 50 or whatever. Just listen to the albums in terms of the way Nas was rapping, the swag he got back, the energy, the flow, the pocket. Nas was in top tier form.
Yeah.
He made one of our legendary artists sound. When's the last time our legend sounded top tier?
Yeah.
Like a dude who's say what you want that age. A dude who's
It
been.
wasn't Jay. So
God damn it. I digress. But I mean, he sounded amazing. So I'm like, why would I not kind of want to see that energy? Yeah, that was cold blooded. I'm trying not to let it breathe.
I
was a little.
I usually get the first straight.
that was
wild, dog.
That was
you know
tough.
what I mean? I got something. That's cool.
I was heel turn.
I'm gonna take that. You know what I mean? You ain't afraid. You know what?
Round table energy.
I emptied the clip after Yankee Stadium weekend. You know what I mean? So I might have deserved that.
He walked that down.
Yeah.
I got to get back in my true Nas.
You gotta get in the bag.
Summer's over. It's gonna be September.
Yeah.
I gotta get back in my true Nas form.
The new era battle fans don't even know. That is the definition of the round table.
But
right
if there's like some people saying that like they felt Pete Rock did that for Common on the auditorium, like he just had him sounding so amazing that you would want an auditorium to. Let's say they made 6 of them and 4 or 5 of them were like incredible. You might say, you know what? Do I need a 7? Maybe I don't. But I would love to see. After all these years, do they still have that same energy, that same chemistry to make some more fire music together? Can they take it up another level? That's like the energy I wanted. So and it's crazy because we only talked to Hit for a couple of seconds that day at Yankee Stadium. But that was gonna be one of my questions. Yo, when you and Nas gonna spin it back? I feel crazy now.
You would have killed the vibe if you asked that question, boy.
Grand Theft Auto.
He'd have took that right back. You know what I mean?
Cocktail. All my stars would have went up. You know what I'm saying? It would have been ugly.
It have became a curb situation. You know
but
what I
the
mean?
energy was beautiful, and I love.
I just asked him about Nas. You know what I mean?
You'd have been like, "Shorty, pull me away real quick. Pull me away. Get me out of here." But for real, I just love the music. I love the energy they brought. Even Hitboy. Not to say he just made Nas sound great. Like he made you tap into those Hitboy beats too. Like, oh shit, Hitboy bringing this kind of heat. Done. Reminisce.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? All those kind of the brunch joint I love. Like all that energy back. Like I just didn't know if Nas still had that.
Run, all that. You know what I mean? The
Some
joint with
classics in there, man.
the joint with
Blue Benz.
Lauryn Hill.
Come on, bro.
Like
crazy. I know.
Speechless.
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 Too many.
Like
joints.
they've made some icon, like some of Nas's, like if obviously Nas's catalog is incredible, but if you could add like another like 25 joints, you could take them from that catalog and add those in some of Nas's greatest joints. Like there's some great music between those guys, and to hear that Nas could be reinvigorated like that, and that somebody could kind of get him to do that, and now that's gone, that kind of sucks to me, bro.
Yeah,
That sucks.
I get it.
Dini really got separation issue.
Yo, I love like the reconnection, because it goes to show you that the fans, the energy and the vibe might just be bigger than the people in the group. You get what I'm saying?
You like 3-hour movies, don't you?
I love a good. Shout out to the Odyssey. That was the last one I caught.
I understand. You know what I mean?
You know, like I love
Dini
that.
don't want the adventure to
Even
end.
at the Fuji show,
Yeah.
when Praz and them like that, I love that. You know, like I love to see the energy rekindle, bro. That's just my type of shit. So to see people who get together and make iconic shit get back together. Like when you find out Tobey Maguire was coming back to the MCU, nigga, you was like, "Oh shit, this might be fire."
Yeah.
Dr. Doom.
I knew it would be.
What was the last two?
It ended up being a little
projects they did?
overrated.
It was Magic 2 and then Magic 3, right?
Yeah. Okay.
It was already kind of like
Okay. You can say
waning
okay,
a little
and you'll
bit.
be right.
After KD3,
You'll be right.
It peaked.
It did.
KD3 was the peak.
It did. But in
Some
five,
might
in
say
5
Magic
years,
was the peak,
I'm a Magic
which was
truther.
right before
Yeah.
KD3.
The KD, the,
So
the
Magic
KD3 combination is rap
when
lord.
the
You
last
know
one
what
was
I mean?
2023 or 2022? 2022.
It was in 2023.
Magic was like December 2022, and then KD3 was early 20.
Yeah.
23.
Yeah.
Then
Okay.
then 2 more Magic later in 2023. No.
So
Yeah,
to go from that, and let's just say 7 years later, like Hitboy got the vibe, Nas got the vibe, and he's like, "Yo, let's try to spin this back." Like in terms of musicality, yes, the last 2 joints would have had you like, but the first few joints would have had you like, "Oh, they getting back together."
Right.
It would have piqued interest.
But I think the reason I feel the way I feel is because like that arc kind of like stuck with me. Like KD1 to KD2, and then Magic, and then Magic, and then KD3 at the peak,
They could have ended there.
and then Magic 2 and Magic 3.
Championship.
Like there was clearly an arc there, and so like by the end of the arc, it was like, all right, I think the journey's done.
And I'll end it on this. The only reason before I give it up, is that it don't sound like it's a. Yeah, he's in his own world. I'm in my own world. It sounds like I just don't like this nigga no more. That's the
How
energy.
you get all of that?
I don't,
Nas ain't say nothing.
Nas, I'm talking about the Hitboy aspect. Listen to
Okay.
Hitboy. It sounds like they don't. It's not a like, hey, he's doing his own thing. We've grown apart kind of thing. It don't feel like that. It sounds like yo, like I don't
Hitboy
this
sound
nigga
like
no more.
Nas don't fuck with him. That's what I'm hearing.
There we go.
You saying that Hitboy feel like Nas cut him off?
Like I said, for me in my life, from my visual standpoint, it's always money and women that do that to people. That might not be it between them two. You know, it could have been creative differences. It could be a whole bunch of shit. You know, but it just seemed like they had a great rapport. They was giving each other's kids 5s type shit. Like the energy seemed great outside of music too.
You seen that?
Yeah, nigga, like a little hit son. Nas gave him a little dap. Like he was around.
No, they was moving around together.
Little hit was always around,
I
bro.
thought they was homies.
That's what I'm saying.
Well,
It
let
felt
me-
like it was a vibe.
Mesita, I know you gotta go, but I got a question because y'all, you know, y'all get to talking and I start thinking. Do you think that the Magic and KD3 series extended the lifespan of the creative relationship? Maybe they were supposed to stop it, and Magic 2 and 3 was like, oh, we got to keep going now. We just did this. Was it a situation where it went on longer than it was intended to? Send you then Dini.
I can see that for sure. I can't like, for instance, I think of like in '96, Jay-Z said Reasonable Doubt was going to be his only album, and then he was going to retire, and then that was it. And then he just kept going because
Right.
you know he couldn't stop the creativity flowing out of him, right? That's how I see this Nas and Hitboy run was like, yeah, it was probably just going to be one album, and then they kept vibing, and then Hit kept making more beats, and Nas kept writing more rhymes, and next thing you know, you got 6 albums, right? In 3 years. What I suspect, and only because of how I am, right? So I'm probably projecting myself into the situation. But we just talked about, like, you know, how easy it is for Kendrick to cut certain people off. Nas is probably the same way. I could totally see where this was a creative relationship. This was a creative relationship. They did 6 albums in 3 years, and maybe Hitboy thought it was a new friendship, and Nas was just like, "Nah, this is just a producer that I was working with," and they just to Nas is like, "All right, after this run is done, we're going our separate ways. We go on with our lives."
Right.
And Hitboy maybe thought, "Nah, this is my homie now," and that might be where the disconnect is. I'm only recklessly speculating
We're
because that's all we can
That's
do.
what we do. Yeah.
Right? But that's what I'm taking away from this. That's where my, vantage point is coming from.
Interesting. Deanie, what do you think?
I don't know. Maybe it's like you said. Maybe they just had an idea to do 1 and 2, and sometimes the fans make you do that. We've seen things in the world where you can see these 2 individuals or a bunch of individuals are clearly beefing and not get along, but the show kind of must go on, kind of like Shaq and Kobe. You can see these niggas ain't cool, but as a tandem, I'm not.
Cook, my fault.
I know.
So you acting like them niggas over there. You know what I mean?
I don't want to. But in terms of impact for alleged, like I said.
No, I just mean Shaq and Kobe hated each other. Like I don't like.
But this is for all I know. Maybe for all we know, maybe they did, and they just stood together for like.
Hold on, we teetering on gossip now.
Recklessly,
you know what I mean?
recklessly
There you go.
speculating.
You got to always put that reckless
speculating.
speculation in there.
Like maybe they didn't get along at some point. They just said, well, you know what? Damn, 1 and 2 is just so crazy. The streets is asking for 3. We got this tour kind of thing. Like people do that all the time for the sake of business. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what the whole shit is. It just seemed like they had a decent rapport outside of music. From my little vantage of watching them online. Like I said, you dapping the kid. I show love. You know what I'm saying? If I dap the kids, I got love. I got love for the kids. So I'm like, he's showing love to the kids.
Wait, so if you got beef for the dude, you gonna just dub the kid?
I mean.
I'm just trying to. You didn't open the nest.
Hey,
I gotta ask.
If it's smoky, would you want to see your op messing with your kid though?
I'm just saying, if it's smoky, you see the kid there and little man throw his hand out for the dad.
Fuck your fault, little nigga. I want some Snoop shit. You know what I'm saying? But nah, like I said, from my vantage point, they seem like they had a decent rapport. So to see it go from yo, that's the homie to I don't fuck with him like that or whatever the issue seems to be. I don't like that. I just don't like that.
I got a question. Are your coworkers your friends?
I have a few.
Okay.
My nigga, you was a coworker that became a friend.
I was a coworker. I mean,
you know
I'm
what
not
I'm
a
saying?
coworker.
Now you're my guy, but I have a few. You know,
but outside of the workplace, I
got a few.
You and I, like,
you're my guy, bro. I
right,
like cook food.
Right.
But I got a few. I got Jog. This nigga, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean,
bro,
we have a whole podcast.
The genesis of the pod.
We haven't been
coworkers.
We haven't been coworkers in a lot of years. I'm talking about like your current.
I left that job in 2010.
AG,
I got fired
people get
before
love
that.
for life. You know what I'm saying? Like you got
Nigga
to
left
you
me
better
hanging,
think
you know
that
what I mean?
you probably don't see him on top, but is the love there.
Yeah.
Like
I don't know. I just
and music. Pause. But music is a very intimate thing. You get what I'm saying? Especially when they were making it the way they were making. They wasn't sending stems. They were together working with each other, bro. You know this camaraderie. I could be telling you about my life, my kids, what's going on with me and my wife. Like there's a camaraderie that's
Telling Nas
built.
about his pops and shit.
You know what I'm saying? Like yo, he's going back, Nas, for the 15th time. He's going back. We can't keep this nigga out.
I have an out there theory about that, but I'm not gonna.
So for whatever reason, shout out to
what
Big
better place than the rap roundtable for an out there theory?
I mean, I don't we know Hit watching,
but I just feel like this should be a conversation.
You're right.
I would love a conversation between them two. I don't like the
So
energy
you don't think that
behind
Nas gave Big Hit a verse? That's what you think?
Damn.
I'm gonna just say it. It's my fault.
Nas be blessing people with verses though.
Yeah. Yo, Pop's coming out.
Yo, Luisito, you been quiet over there.
Y'all cooking. You know,
Couldn't get on Paisley sin. Shit.
Listen, man. I found it very interesting at the first part of it. Sin, you mentioned how you know, why did he mention it if he wasn't gonna go? I think he actually did want to go into explicit detail about it. If you watch the interview, no shots at the interviewers, but if you watch the interview,
Oh, yeah, they changed the
they
subject.
immediately go into a tangent, two separate
With
tangents.
the quick fast.
Vlad is talking about his Nas stories. 2T's is talking about his Nas stories. I can tell y'all didn't give a test run to this whole double interview thing. Watch Jarvis Sin, please, next time y'all want to get
Are you saying that they
learned
to
something.
somebody.
they went
because
full Nori on that?
That
shit?
was crazy. They went full Nori after 2 shots. You know what I mean? They didn't even let him like elaborate on what he meant. Like they did, like
No
two
clapping.
people who interview all the time didn't decide to say, well, why?
Well, you know, I took the Nas that one time. You know, Vlad.
I'm the one who said Nas picked bad beats.
Vlad be trying to humble brag
Right.
OD
All the
during the
time.
interview. You know what I mean?
I said Nas picked bad beats. And
Yo.
then, you know what I mean? Like, okay.
He's a bad beat.
I put him on a double XL cover
Vlad
at
is so
one time.
proud of that narrative being out there and claiming that he was the one that started the whole thing.
Like I hadn't heard that for
Bro,
years before, Vlad,
what?
bro. Vlad, you're like 10 years too
Fuck
late to
outta
that
here.
argument, by the way. So yeah, I think he
Vlad
did
takes the
actually-
worst pictures too. You ever seen him when he do the interview flicks? Like, why does he pose like that? I'm sorry, Maze. I keep cutting you
good.
off, but you keep talking about Vlad, and it just makes me think more. His photo, his interview pics be. I don't know. Is it on purpose now?
As
Listen,
long as he's in
Hey,
designer,
him
everything's
Him and
fine. I
Ack took
guess.
the worst pick of 2026 after the Ack interview.
Shit.
I ain't the swag police, but fuck.
Ad took the worst pick with Drake right after. Like
Ad-
that's the silver medal.
Ack
brother.
look like a shy baddie
The
next to Drake. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna front.
Pose, like that was rough.
Hey, you
bro.
Jamaican, Ack. You supposed to pose
boy, that
off. You
was
know what I
rough,
mean?
bro.
But go ahead,
Yeah,
Mace. I ain't saying nothing else till it's my turn to talk.
Nah, you
Go ahead,
fucking-
Mace.
Yo, his face was like, for
This
me.
is good pod.
They told me he didn't rate me, and now I'm taking a picture.
Good pod.
Probably asked me, can I call myself OVO Ack? Is it okay? As you were, Macito.
But the fellas all made great points. Me, I immediately began recklessly speculating because that's, you know, I do that in real life beyond the pie. You know what I mean? Like I love speculating. So that's what I immediately got to. You know what I mean? I started looking to see if there had been any sort of issues between the two, like what was going on. And Dean alluded to it. You know, when you see two people who seemed like they was bros, seemed like they had a good relationship, two men who seemed like they had a good relationship, seemed like they rocked with each other, it seemed like they had a camaraderie, a brotherhood. The issue was usually money or women. You know what I mean? I learned that a long time ago, the hard way. You feel what I'm saying? So I think if I'm to think that, and you know the Twitter detectives and the Reddit detectives have already begun speculating themselves. What they came to the conclusion to was that, and even they also noticed that the Nas and Hitboy albums are no longer presented as Nas and Hitboy.
That was fake news.
That was
Oh, that was fake news?
Yeah, it was. It never was.
Oh, it never was at
It
all.
never was,
Okay,
always
so
Nas.
scratch that. But
But
when-
that could be a legitimate gripe that Hitboy might have.
Right, so that's the thing. That's what many people began speculating immediately. So fast that I don't even think they kind of looked into it. But I would be remiss not to bring it up if it is a talking point. A lot of people began speculating about money, about masters, about whether Hitboy was paid as a producer, but maybe didn't own the masters. That's a large part of why these albums were able to come out so frequently. Why they were able to get 6 albums out in 3 years was because Nas owns all his shit. Nas can drop whenever he feels like. Nas can put out his shit as he pleases. That was a big portion of this, right? So, there hasn't been any talk about that, right? But Hitboy, partially due to him, partially due to our two interviewers, weren't able to speculate. So if I'm to speculate, maybe that is the case, right? We know Hit was also going through the issues with the contract that he initially signed at the beginning of his career. Hitboy has had issues and has advocated for himself to get his money back, to make sure his business was right, to make sure everything was correct. So the kind of quick, or just flat out, nah, we haven't talked in 3 years, you know what I mean? This is what it is. It did kind of allude to maybe there is some money issues here. You know what I mean? Maybe there could be some type of thing where not unfair because that's I'm not gonna say that, but maybe where Hitboy himself feel like he wasn't properly compensated. We don't know what's going on. It could be, he got the initial upfront bread. He didn't get the back end bread. We don't know. But that was an interesting concept to me because when I look at it, what could it be? Like you said, the fans love the music. You know what I mean? I'm sure everybody asks Hitboy when they see him, Dean. You know what I mean? When is you and Nas dropping? I also think that's why he came to the forefront and just put it in the interview. Like, stop asking me, y'all. Get out my tweets. Get out my replies. It's not dropping again. I had disappointment. I did. When a lot of people were quick to come and say, "Well, I never liked those Nas and Hitboy albums anyway." Y'all corny because y'all wasn't saying that when they dropped. Maybe a few of y'all were,
and they was corny then.
They was corny then.
You know what I mean?
The few people who said it then were corny. The large amount of people who want to say it now are corny. Listen, there's no acting like there's Nas and then there's Hitboy. Hitboy has 6 Nas albums. Nas has 18 albums. Hitboy has produced a third of Nas's discography.
Very good.
That is thank you, sir. Hitboy has produced a third of his discography. They are intertwined. He is a significant portion of Nas's career on the record. You know what I mean? Don't try to act like it's whack. You know what I mean? And he dropped 2 classics to the cloth. You know what I mean? I don't know what the rest of y'all think. The cloth says they have 2 classics. So there's no separating them.
2 classics back to back.
Back to back with 2 different vibes.
That's insane. I don't think niggas really appreciate how insane it is to go Magic KD3 back to back,
especially for a nigga that first dropped in '93, dropping classics in 2023. Right.
Come on, man.
So you know what I mean. Let's not act like this isn't significant. Like this doesn't mean something. You know what I mean. A lot of people came to the conclusion, well, hey, Nas, sometimes falls out with his longtime collaborators. So it's so much speculation. I just think it's kind of a show business thing, to be honest. I do think that Hitboy kind of thought, this is my brother. We rocking with each other all the time. Like I'm gonna be at Nas's, whatever he does for the casino, I'm gonna be there for Nas. When he there with Jay, I'm gonna be there for Nas. I think Hitboy kind of felt the camaraderie a little bit more than Nas did, right? Because Nas is a vet in this game. After he was done with the music, I think Nas kind of moved on. So I think it's a combination of possibly money issues. I don't want to stamp that because there's never been any talk about that before this. There's never been any talk about it. So maybe money issues, but I think a large part of it is that they don't have the brotherhood that maybe Hitboy thought that they had initially. You know what I mean? I think Nas kind of moved on. Nas is damn near 60, bro. You know what I mean? Or over 50. Let me not say damn near 60. You know what I mean?
That's
Clown B next, right? That's the jigger. You know what I'm saying? But Nas is a man of a certain age. He's doing more business than ever. He handled the whole Mass Appeal rollout, which is, we spoke about before the pod, is underrated at this already a year later. Yeah. We was also stuck on Drake and Kendrick. We didn't realize that Mass Appeal had the best record label run that we've seen since Prime TDE. You know what I'm saying? But, if I'm to just think myself, I think they not as cool
better
as
than YMCMB.
TDE was after YMCMB.
Oh,
okay.
I tried it.
You tried.
I did.
I was ready.
I
was ready.
Oh,
better
boy.
than Griselda?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe option, hit the notification bell, log into All Things Rap Roundtable live on a Friday night, aka Friday Night Live. Appreciate everybody pulling in on this Friday night. We know Friday nights is the vibes night, is the ladies night. You want to take your girl out, or the ladies who want to go out with their guy and have a good time. But for those who made time to tap in with us, we 1000% appreciate y'all. Sin and Dini kind of broached the topic, but I think they hit the nail on the head, but they ain't want to really go there. My vantage point, just outside looking in, recklessly speculation like my guys.
Sorry.
Hitboy was Nas's coworker. I had a job for 3 years. We worked together for 3 years. And in them 3 years, you know what? We was peoples. We had drinks after work. We locked in together. We hit each other when we was about to call out. Yo, I ain't gonna make it in today, gang. You know what I mean? It's your work, homie.
The work home.
You know what I'm saying? And during that segment of time in life, they know secrets. They know whatever the goings on in life is. Hey, I'm about to cop this right here, or I'm about to move into the crib. Woo. In that 3-year period, they was locked in because of proximity. But once one of them decided that, you know what, I want a better salary, I want a better quality of life. This job over here is paying me more to do the same thing. They leave. The first few weeks after that resignation, y'all still locked in. Y'all text every day. Y'all make plans to link. Y'all go to the bar. Y'all go to y'all usual spot. Go have a drink. Whatever. But then after that drink, you didn't know that the credits were rolling. That movie was over. You just didn't know. One half of that movie didn't know that the film was done. The other half is expecting another text message, another drink, more links. Come visit me at the old gig. You know what I mean? But Nas got the new gig. Metaphorically speaking, it was the casinos, the Mass Appeal rollout, things of that nature. You know what I mean? Nas is in a whole different space. The Primo album, you know, a lot of different things have gone on since. And you know what? As much as I might not be in love with the Primo album, once the Primo album dropped, with the exception of some of the reactors like ourselves who looked back at Hitboy and was like, yo, I'd rather him get back with Hit. The Primo album kind of, in a lot of ways, as far as conversation goes, began to eclipse that historical 6 album run, because this was the grill we were waiting on the entire time. Nas moved on. Another thing, if you get into the sociology of it all, or the psychology, I should say, pardon me, the person who usually comes out and says X is not talking to Y, or X hasn't spoken to Y in a while, I should say, means that you tried to talk to Nas, but Nas hasn't been speaking to you. Once you take the person who takes the fallout public, I'm not saying that they wrong, but they the person who wants to either get to the bottom of the fallout or they want to rectify the fallout. Nas,
like game.
Right. Nas is not gonna go outside and tell anyone. Nas barely do interviews.
Right.
But if Nas was to do an interview, he wouldn't come out and randomly say, you know, I haven't spoken to Hitboy in 3 years. It's not gonna put that out there. Now, we know Nas and his collaborators and, you know, his relationship history. Sometimes it's a little dicey. Sin made that point, and it is. Nas might, you know, don't kill me, Nas fans, but maybe he just don't be fucking with niggas like that. And when the time is up, the time is up. Everybody can't go. Word to Benny. Only a hit. If you think about it, and I saw this on Rory and Maul, and it stood out to me. Jungle, the only one, that's his brother.
Yeah.
Jungle, the only one who been there through the decades, for real. Like, for real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when you look at it from that perspective, it's just like, it's one of two things. You were, to my initial speculation, his co-worker, and we had good vibes. He was a great co-worker. Case in point, Mesito and High, when we worked together, we had our homie B-Rod. B-Rod was a great
Salute to
co-worker.
B-Rod.
You know what I'm saying? Would I speak to B-Rod outside of the work environment? No disrespect, no.
Haven't.
But if I gotta share these 8 hours, B-Rod's a dope dude to have this 8-hour shift with. Sometimes because our boss at a certain point figured out they couldn't let Mason and I work together. But on a rare occasion when we got to link up on the weekend, you put me, Macito, and B-Rod together.
It's a movie.
It's a good time. But when Macito Mac with B-Rod outside of work, nah. You know what I mean? Nah. But for that environment creates. We had Chopper Suit, homie. You know what I mean? I would never speak to him. You know what I mean? This is deep cuts. I don't know what's going on. Don't read too much into it.
I was thinking of another coworker.
You know what I mean? Oh, shit, you got to put me on. Oh, we had the other guy who didn't know hip hop but wanted to have hip hop conversation. That was Mace's fault. I never wanted to be his friend. Mace kept this MFR around. I did not want to be his friend. You know what I mean? Once he said he never heard Shook once, or was it Incarcerated Scarfaces? I don't remember. I was done with this guy. You know what I mean? But it's like work.
It wasn't Camp Lo?
No, I wouldn't even waste my time asking him about Camp Lo.
Right.
Because I already smelled it. I was like, this guy's a fraud.
Like,
you know what I mean? So
what movie is that?
if you don't know one of the more popular rap songs, then I can't. Right, what movie is that? You know what I mean? So once Nas left the work environment, all right. Appreciate you, gang.
Salute.
See you at the award show. Yeah. See you at the anniversary show type. Maybe if I feel the creative itch, I'll tap it. Maybe I'll give you a couple of tracks on the next album when I don't do the producer exclusives. You know what I mean? But bro, I'm over here now. I'm doing this casino thing.
Yeah.
I done put out the mass appeal roll. I can't. I don't have time to mac. In all seriousness, it's problematic that they don't speak for 3 years.
That's
Because the thing is, men. Now we get to that point. Men, if a man is not speaking to another man who he worked that closely with for 3 years, there is a problem.
Talk.
It's not women. We're gonna eliminate that. This is a money issue. This is a paperwork issue. I'm not speculating. This is me saying what it has to be. It's technically speculated, but logically speaking, if he produced 6 albums for Nas, worked directly with Nas, it's video footage of them together in the studio, together doing footage for rollouts, together doing photo shoots. If they haven't spoken for 3 years, it is a paperwork issue. By that I mean maybe Hitboy wanted more rights to that 6 Pete that Nas was willing to give. Mesito landed that point about Hitboy's paperwork and how that kind of muddied the waters. Maybe once he got that right with Hov, he wanted to circle back and be like, yo, I need a piece of that. This is history. Well, whether it's publishing, masters, whatever. And Nas was like, nah, I rap. This is me. Hitboy looking at it like it's a duo, when technically speaking, these are solo bodies of work, producer driven, fair is fair, but it's not Gangstar, right? It's not Eric B and Rakim. It wasn't Nas and Hitboy in the credits. This was Nas albums.
That's true.
But Hitboy,
I'm just saying,
Hitboy
from a
brought the
legal
energy,
perspective
though.
and from a Nas
Right.
perspective, he's like, this is my shit. So maybe
Right.
he's not trying to cut off that check or that piece.
And
Right.
if that's how it was built from the
point.
beginning, then if that is the issue, Hitboy doesn't really have a leg to stand on. You know, if that is the issue, that should have been an issue like from the gate. It should have been Nas and Hitboy.
Yeah, but
the way it's you know,
Constructed
Freddie
and
Gibbs and
everything.
Alchemist.
well, let's put
and
it this
all
way.
that.
Everybody's not Freddie Gibbs. Freddie Gibbs is a type A personality.
yeah,
I'm willing to bet that maybe Alchemist, if they got that and in it, you had 2 type A individuals with good business, independent business acumen, to where they had an agreement.
plus the
But
albums
they-
are named
but-
after them.
Right. And I would say Alchemist, as a legend in this, has more legs to stand on. I would say Alchemist is a bigger legend in hip hop than Freddie Gibbs. And
No
that's
question.
not slang.
I
No
agree.
No,
question.
of course.
I agree.
So Alchemist has more of a right to say that to Gibbs than a Hitboy would have to say that to Nas.
Right.
Hitboy probably was being very respectful for obvious reasons to Nas. This is the God. I'm not stepping on his toes. This is no different from doing that though. You're not telling I need that and on the credit. You gotta shut the fuck up and take the producer points.
Yeah.
Right.
I just hope it's some shit like that instead of some bullshit like he didn't count my room at Resorts World or some bullshit like that. You know what I'm
bro.
saying?
Nah,
I just
Joe-
don't want it to be like some bullshit.
It's money.
Joe was making sense.
Once it becomes public, it's not women, it's money. It's money.
that mugger.
It's long-term money. It's points on albums
Yeah.
money. It's
I
publishing
can't
money.
see it being women. If it was women, there would have been like some rumor mill or some like, you know, some slight
Right.
shot
Right.
in a verse
Shade Room
somewhere.
would've caught
And Nas not
You
even
know?
the type to share no woman. If you know what I mean?
In the way Hitboy said it, you can tell whatever it is, he feels jilted by it. You know what
I
I'm
think
saying?
he's hurt
yeah.
because again, we cooked 6. We made 80 songs. That's his words.
Yeah.
80 records. You know what I mean? You know how good God,
Bruh.
80 songs.
80 songs.
You know how much time in the studio that is? I
Heavy.
built with this nigga.
Heavy.
That momentum of our history led to my dad coming home with me cooking up with him because Nas fans was tapping into Big Hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, we made history together. Now we not talking. It's money.
Crazy.
It's unfortunate, but it's a fiscal argument. I hate to see
agree.
it.
I gotta agree. It gotta be fiscal because you know all the other reckless speculations I've seen throughout the internet. Oh, Nas was, you know, didn't like the Big Hit situation. You know.
Mm-hmm.
They say, you
The
know,
money.
like they say, a lot of people are saying money and women, but they can't even trace no women to each other. So I don't think that has anything to do with anything, right? Yeah, I gotta agree. I gotta agree. You know what I mean?
Ready?
And but it's a situation where even if I I'm not mad at Hitboy for feeling how he's feeling, but I don't know if I necessarily agree with that, right? Because how do you make 6 albums with some 1, 2, maybe 3? But if you got money problems, you made 6 albums together. You know what I mean? You was getting advances on all them records. Maybe they put them out so quick that he wasn't able to see what the residuals would be on the back end, right? Maybe that's
at
maybe
some point you got to catch wind, bro.
Oh.
saying they would.
it's the word.
You just said something that got me to thinking. If his paperwork is funny, maybe these were handshake agreements. Because if the paperwork is funny and you sign the documents to work with Nas, then that means whatever's funny in your paperwork, whoever that is getting a kick of that.
right?
So if you're doing these handshake agreements, when it's time to be like, yo, my paperwork is right, let me A, B, C, and D. Nas like, fuck out of here. I already paid you, producer.
Right.
Again, speculating, but I'm just saying, if your paperwork is not right, if your black and white is not right, you are susceptible. And if Nas and whatever, and maybe he's too greedy. I don't think Nas is a dick. Maybe he was asking for more than Nas believes that he was worth.
Yeah, and I mean the way the way that whole run kind of transpired and evolved, like it definitely felt like just handshake vibes.
Yeah,
Right.
You know what I mean? It felt like two bros just collaborating for the fuck of it vibes.
Yeah.
And you got to look at like these were Mass Appeal albums, right? So Mass Appeal is Nas's record label, right? Nas is handling the promotion. Nas is probably paying. And when I say Nas, I mean the entity of Mass Appeal. But Nas is paying for the videos. Nas is paying for the promotion, any sort of radio play or any sort of interviews.
Right.
That's Nas and his company, right? Now, I'm not saying this disrespectfully, but these weren't high selling albums, right? These were albums to appreciate the art. This were albums, you know what I mean, to
labors of love.
Right. So so I don't think these albums were making 10, 15, 20 million. You know what I mean? So it's like Nas is paying for everything, right? You know what I'm saying? As far as anything outside of the actual music, you know what I mean? If you know how record labels work, maybe even the studio time Nas is paying for. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like a lot of things that may have been on Nas's tab, and he feel like maybe I should. You know what I mean? This is reckless speculation purely. We don't know anything about the numbers. But maybe Nas is thinking to himself, well, I paid for 75%. Maybe I deserve 75% of the profit. You know what I mean? We don't really know what's going on. Hitboy kind of just dropped this bomb out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully Vlad and Elliot do a better job next time. We can get more info out of the next, interviewee. But
I'm disappointed in Vlad. This seemed like something as
Right
a
up his alley.
like a
Officer
shark
Vlad?
in water
Yeah.
when they smell blood. Like this, he should have been on top of this story,
Bad
bro.
Nas news.
his drums
Tell me
were in
more.
the background. Like, come on.
You know what it is? I think
prime Vlad material here.
speaking as I'm saying, I'm not to disagree, but I'll say it like this: as longtime podcasters that we are, sometimes we have plans, and every now and again, a grenade lands on your desk, and instead of you picking it up and throwing it back, you just run out the way. And I think, in other words, what I'm saying is we were not prepared for that.
Right.
And I think in that situation, they were so prepared and probably overthinking it because, again, this Vlad is an ISO hooper.
Right.
Vlad don't ever do tandem interviews. If anybody's a vet at sharing the room, is Elliot. So it's like Vlad probably was just not overthinking how we gonna make this work with Hitboy, and not even thinking about, this guy just handed us a story that could have gone on for a week with one follow-up question makes the story go in a completely different direction.
Right.
Yeah.
And they wasn't on top of their P's and Q's. We've been there before. We've been in situations where we had one plan, walked through the studio, one nigga said one thing, and then the rest goes out the window. Was that TB?
Yeah.
Throw it in there. You in there?
All right, T Beezy with the super chat. Shouts to you.
Salute,
TB.
T Beezy, what up?
Nas and I haven't spoken in 3 years, and I'd never work with him again, was the quote from Hitboy. Elliot and Vlad. Wow, anyway, let's talk about us. How do you not follow up?
Like TV,
Y'all missed
what
the
up?
whole plot.
we bugging?
I need answers. Team Nas, though, go. Shouts to D.
And I would
Shout out to
never
TV,
work with
man.
him again. That is a money
Crazy.
issue. And the interviewers so wound up about sharing the space that they didn't even think about asking follow questions. Now, let's be clear. Mace made an important point. Not to toot our own horn here, but if you throw us a grenade like that,
Oh, we're running with it.
we're throwing that grenade right back at you. What do you mean by that?
Come on.
What happened? You can't say that to us.
It ain't so.
What? Nas, you not working? What happened? What do you mean you not working? Nah, you can't just say that hit. Like, what do you mean by that? What happened? Is it a money issue? Like, nah, I can't. Nah, you can't say that.
Can't leave it like that.
You can't say what you say and leave it like that. We would have pressured them into saying something. We was getting a follow up.
Give it to me.
That's crazy. That wouldn't have happened here. Jarvin sitting on the couch, me and Dean running routes. Like, nah, bro. No way.
Drewski, what do
Let's
you mean
bring
by
that
that?
back.
What
Let's
Come
bring
on,
that back.
bro.
Okay.
Absolutely
crazy.
not, bro.
I feel like Hitboy before the interview was like, "Yo, whatever you do, don't let me talk about Nas." And then he went on there and talked about Nas, and motherfuckers was like,
But for
"Oh, you
how-
talking-
Nah,
How
because
much
he's
Nas-
hurting, bro. Like, he feel away.
How
He-
much Vlad hates Nas? You think he would have
That's
took that
what
ball and ran with it? though?
It's just it's
He's got
bizarre.
a real
It's bizarre
hate
all
relationship
around.
with
and some
Esco.
people are calling them emotional and this and that. And I'm like, bro, like, the internet has made like people or men feeling away. Oh, it's like so corny to me. Like everybody go through this. That's what I every now and again when I think about other creators and how they like get to judging people and whatnot. I'm like, yo, we all human, bro. We all go through this thing. Like when that creator, like I always think about it every now and again because it irks me when he was like, "Oh yeah, it speaks to your character." I'm like, bro, like we all make mistakes. Nobody's perfect. Like if you question in an MF's character, to me, you shouldn't character assess unless you see repeat offenses of the same type of thing. Then you could get into character assessments. But if a person makes a bad judgment call, then you let them rock. You give them some grace, and you delve deep and you find out why they made that mistake.
Right.
Even with this emotional thing, some people are emotional. That don't make them a bitch. I'm emotional. I'm not a bitch. Come see about it if you think I'm a bitch. You know what I'm saying? But I'm very emotional. That's who I am fundamentally. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like, come on, bro. Like if Hitboy as a younger guy, not a pushing 60, makes his cool, not mine. Year old like Nas, but a young guy. And if you think about Hitboy's history in the league, bad contracts, some of the stories he told about Kanye and all that.
Ginormous record.
He's had some tough luck, not bad luck, but he's had some tough luck in this industry.
Considering for how
So
big some of those songs are.
if he say some shit like yo whatever, even if he is, I'm not disputing that he's emotional. Even if he is, so what? Some niggas is emotional.
Number two, like
What
you
you got,
said,
man?
Bruce Leroy with the $5 holla.
Leroy.
Salute to you. He says this has nothing to do with money. I haven't heard from Nas in 3 years, and quote, I can't go into it because it's deep. That's something else, he says.
It's money. You know what it is? No disrespect, Bruce Leroy. Thank you for the super chat. No disrespect, but like what y'all gotta understand in this world is, bro. Yeah, I think this especially with certain people, humans like to romanticize them, bro. They love to romanticize. But when you get into that world, when business and that romanticizing kind of gets to oil and water, you can't necessarily mix it. You can shake it up and get something great, get a nice little vinaigrette, but they don't go together for real. You know what I'm saying? Business and emotions don't go together. It's money. If it was something, it's not real beef. They not about to have no fade. It's money.
The only other thing I could think of, because I know, big hit coming out, his rap career trying to get off the ground, eventually going back in. Like that whole time period, I know Hit was fully entrenched in that period in his father's life and trying to,
said he put up a mill.
trying to get him
crazy.
right,
Could have just
A
gave
lot
it
of
to
paper.
Yeah.
He might have asked Nas for a favor, and Nas might have dubbed him or not taking the call or whatever. That's the only other
You
thing
know
I can
what?
think of.
That might make a lot of sense because coming off Magic 3, there was no break for Hitboy. I think Hitboy did the Alchemist album.
Yeah.
And then the Alchemist album right into Big Hits.
Big
run.
Hit.
In the
Yeah.
game.
So
And the
maybe,
Paisley's joint.
you know what, Bruce Leroy. All right, maybe to Sin's point as well. It's a situation where gang, dad is home. Maybe you can help him with his bars. Maybe you can help him out musically. Can I get a verse? Can you be on a single?
Man.
You know what I mean? Maybe it was a personal. Maybe he thought they was tighter than they really were, and now I was like,
And-
going back to Queens.
And
You know what I mean?
I got this casino.
Yeah.
So I wish I could help you, man.
Word.
And I don't mean to
Peter, remember that
psychoanalyze.
movie? What was it? Paper Soldiers? Was it State Property? When Dane was in the car with Hove and Hove ain't saying a word. State Property. Like, yeah, you gonna deal with that? Yeah.
How my waves look?
How my waves look? That's what Nas said. How my braids look? Nas said the braids. How my waves look? You know what I mean?
That's it. And I can see
Untouchable J.
I can see like ego getting involved, right? Because that's the thing. These guys didn't grow up together. So yes, when all the creativity is flowing and everything is going, everything seems great. But as soon as there is a second of dissension on either side, we ain't really grow up together as friends. So there couldn't be an ego clash, right? Because I can equally see Nas saying, I'm Nas. You know what I mean? I get your Hitboy, but I'm Nas. Like, working with me is a blessing to you. And I can also say Hitboy saying, I didn't help you make your hottest shit in a decade. I'm Hitboy. You feel what I'm saying? So there could be ego involved as well.
You know what? And then we got to move on. I think we've been talking about an hour.
We have actually. It's been a while.
These are two guys, when it comes to people, when it comes to industry, they've been hurt. They've been jaded.
Right.
So maybe it's a situation where someone overreacted. And I'm going to say it was Hitboy because he's the one who made it public. To a situation that maybe Nas was just like, yo, nah. And Hitboy took it the wrong way. Because of their industry histories and probably looking for a certain connection that they've never gotten from the league. Maybe Hitboy looked at this like Nas fronted on him, and in reality it was just, nah, gang, I'm good.
Nas a vet. Yeah.
Yeah.
J-Mac with the $5. Salute to you. He says, Hit said it's too deep to get into. Whoa, super balls.
Yo. That's why we not in that spot either, because we the derailed with that. What you mean? Time out. Hold on, Hit.
Hey, yo, Hit.
Pause, gang. You know what I mean? Too deep. What you mean?
What you trying to say, brody?
Come on, bro. Anyway, hit the like button, hit the subscribe option, hit the notification bell, log in to all things Rap Roundtable. Follow us on social media. Follow us on X, Rap Roundtable PC. Got to say X because apparently the founders of Twitter are trying to relaunch Twitter because they have, I think, a Twitter 2 kind of situation.
Real quick.
They're in the crowdfunding space right now for that as well. Yeah, they're trying to bring it back.
Job, do we have do we have any moderators in the chat right now?
Nah,
I
don't know.
Somebody out of the chat ASAP. We sure do.
Somebody's out of pocket.
Somebody's out of pocket.
What they said
right now. Very telling the ladies, what they're working with downstairs.
Oh wow!
You
Right.
see that,
you on the
Job?
roundtable, you too?
too?
Nah, I can switch over.
You could ban them.
Somebody get them out of there, please.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
Out of pocket.
Hold on.
please.
You saw the comment already?
Yeah, I
All right, you could deal with that. Ban. You know what I mean?
Out of here.
Like on some spam bot vibes? Because I can't. I tried to.
trying to
Motherfuckers
be-
soliciting meat in the fucking
What?
comments.
I'm saying, Sid, like, what
Moderators, we got
mods, please,
Run
bro.
away.
Get
Come
bro
on,
out of there. This
bro.
is serious hip hop
Crazy.
conversation. Please.
Every time we talk about Nas, there be some weird shit in the
He's
chat.
a weirdo
though.
in
I
the
ain't gonna
chat,
lie.
but we're
Blazes.
bugging if we notice it.
So I'll be banning niggas.
But I'm
You
a
know what I mean?
hashtag noticer.
Facts. I got the laptop here. Let me show y'all the lappy. You know what I mean? Where all the magic happens to the Rap Round Table.
Get it.
Right here.
Is there?
But it was causing an echo, so I can't see nothing to ban it. Y'all already know I would have peeped it and I would have got him out of there. You know
I
what
knew
mean?
they was gonna feel safe when they knew Jaw wasn't chat watching. You know what I mean? Like, you know
Unfortunate
what I mean? They know
turn
chat
on,
be getting
man.
Jaw be getting them out.
I'm gonna have to make myself a moderator. That's unfortunate. I have yet to do that. I haven't made any of us moderators.
Oh, I didn't even notice. There's a lot that's held for review. You gotta like make a decision on.
You got a
this?
moderator?
All right, I guess I'll play the role.
Now, you got that one? You got that one guy out of there?
Oh, not yet though.
All right,
Get
bet.
bro out of there,
Yeah,
man.
douches.
Anyway, hit the like
Pissing
button.
me off, pal.
Ignore the vagrant. Right? We got to talk about a little game now.
Let's get it.
So
Let's get it.
after we did our Monday night live, Monday Night Raw, make sure y'all tap in each and every Monday. Best show on Mondays,
I
the Rap
agree.
Roundtables live stream. Shout out to everybody who's made time tonight. I think last time I checked on YouTube it was over 200 on the live. So 200 people on a Friday night, not bad. You know, it's Friday night. We get it.
Appreciate ya.
But Game linked up with Big Boy, and Big Boy essentially, you know, respected Big Boy. He's a vet in the game. And he asked a question about the Kendrick narratives involving Game and basically alluding to the fact that Game has kind of brought this on himself with some of these things. And Game got to talking about, you know, the collaboration with Drake and how there was verses and he protected the West and things of that nature. But I don't want to over talk too much. Macito, I know you saw the clip.
Of course.
What do you think about Game's interview with Big Boy? Like, what do you think about Big Boy essentially standing firm in the pocket of asking the necessary questions? Journalists everywhere, if you want to know how to ask uncomfortable questions, watch the Big Boy interview with Game. Excellent work. Ask the uncomfortable questions. The worst they can do is say they don't want to talk about it, as long as you're respectful. You know what I mean?
Right, shout out to Big Boy.
Game said a lot during that interview. What are your thoughts?
He did say a lot. That's one thing I actually appreciate the Game is he kind of overtalks in these interviews. I don't know if the Clase Azul, the 1800, I don't know if that got anything to do with it, but salute to the Game. These were very interesting questions, right? I don't know if I necessarily, because Game, does what Game does. He kind of went all the way off with the interview.
That's what he does.
That's what he does. That's what he does. And I hate to be that guy, you know what I mean, to question what somebody got to say. I like to take what people say at face value until I'm given proof that they are lying. But I'm podcasting right now, so I got to do what I got to do. And I didn't necessarily believe a lot of what the Game was saying. It seemed like he, and I don't know if this was a result of, coming off the weekend where Drake barely wanted to post anything. You know what I mean? Had to get coerced into posting his album by Whack 100 and, OVO Act. I don't know if that was it, but Game didn't necessarily give me the energy that, he did before the album, right? The I'm down with Drake, you know what I mean? Fuck what they got to say. I'm exposed these niggas for all, I'm gonna pull the curtains down. That was the energy before the album.
Yeah.
And from this interview, post-album, he don't seem like he was standing on that. Game, I'm not trying to say you don't stand on it. 300 bars, 500 bars, and 600 bars, since you do stand on what you got to say. But in this, it seemed like there was a little bit of, I don't want to go all the way there. You know what I'm saying? And personally, I'm not necessarily buying it. I'm not buying that Game wanted to protect the coast. First off, you make Drake sound like Dr. Doom in this. So I had to cut the Drake verse to protect the coast. You know what I'm saying?
That's a crazy
That
comment.
was crazy. You know what I mean? You only protect the DJ head from having to do edits, bro. That's it. But so I didn't necessarily think that everything he was saying was truthful here. I think he's feeling the brunt of the coast kind of taking Kendrick's side, of the people, the street figures taking Kendrick's side, from feeling alone. I don't think that Game is as, this interview gives me a vibe that Game is not necessarily, and shouts to Big Boy for his interviewing skills. You know what I mean? That's a very rare skill in 2026. You know what I mean? That's how you can tell he's one of the classic radio guys. You were completely right about that, job. But I feel like those answers, once those pushbacks came, weren't truthful. I think Game was doing what Game does. Even listen to where, you know what I mean? Because remember, he's managed by Whack 100. Whack 100 is doing these simultaneous interviews telling his story about what Game is doing as well. So I'm sorry, I'm not buying it. I think the reaction, it's easy to take Drake's side on the internet, but when you're living in the coast, it feels a little bit different. I wasn't buying it. I'm sorry. I don't think Game is protecting the coast. I think he knew exactly what he was doing this entire time. And I don't think the result is the result he desired. And that's why he's kind of not standing on his square. I'm going to be honest with you.
Not standing on his square.
Sorry, Game. I'm a fan.
Hold on, nah. He tried to say that and pass the
Elaborate.
rock. Hold on, nah.
That's OVO JCon. I didn't want to throw
You,
that's my brother in arms.
nah. You following through.
Let's go.
So Do you think that all of those GNX shots littered throughout the documentary 3 are exactly what we perceive them to be as GNX shots? And in fact, he does want the static. He's not protecting the West per se, but he specifically wants static with Kendrick Lamar.
Salute to you, gentlemen, for that excellent review. By the way, absolutely, y'all. All those shots on GNX did not land how a game sublime usually lands. Right? It's not working with him. I don't know if it's hashtag Kendrick silence. You know what I mean? I don't know if it's just the overall feelings of those on the West. I don't know if it's just after all these years, people feeling that the game himself is disingenuous.
Right.
But those were clearly all shots through there. He didn't get the result he thought he was gonna get, including from the I want to emphasize the street figures around it, because that's a big thing when it comes to this Kendrick and Drake thing.
East Coast guys trying not to be too heavy in West Coast business.
I'm trying my best. You know what I mean? I definitely am on a low, but I'm trying not to be. You know what I'm saying? But when I seen somebody make the point. Kendrick could have uncles in Game's crew. Game could have cousins in Kendrick's crew. It's very intertwined. All of the relationships. Other than these two around each other, you know what I'm saying? And I think there might have been a couple of real ones that came to Game like, what are you doing? I seen a great video by somebody on TikTok speaking about all the things that Kendrick has done in the Compton community, from education, from just reaching out, from just inspiration. I think that did make Game feel a little bit of a way, you know what I mean? Considering he was the one that held down the coast for a decade. He was. Absolutely. You know what I mean? So yeah, the shots were there. You know what I mean? The alluded guest verse from your biggest enemy is there. You know what I'm saying? If Memphis Bleak and Jay-Z fell out in 2002 and Nas was on his next hook, we wouldn't have to guess what was going on, right? That's just it. You know what I mean? That's let's not even guess about what's going on.
Nas on a hook on a song called No Breaks.
Right, No Breaks. No breaks. Speaking of that, Hip Hop Numbers did the numbers. That's the least amount of words that Drake has ever said on a feature in history, by the way.
Wow.
68
Well, if he had a whole verse
2 words.
that was removed, do we believe that verse was removed?
I don't believe the verse was removed. I think, some people said that maybe they took it from an old Drake song. I don't remember No Breaks specifically. Drake got a billion fucking songs, y'all. I'm sorry. It could have been on Habibti. You know what I'm saying? I didn't listen yet, guys. You know what I'm saying? But
Real
I think
convenient.
Mace would know.
Real convenient. He didn't listen to Habibti. The guy goes 10 for 43, and he only listens to the album with the 10. You know
he
what I
done
mean?
went,
Listen,
you know what I mean? He
I'm
done
a
went,
fan of you, bro.
yeah, he done went.
I listened to all 6 albums in 3 years from
Facts.
Nas.
If he put out, you know what I mean, a reggaeton album, maybe you would know. You feel what I'm saying? I don't know. I didn't listen to Linkin Park and Jay-Z either, guys.
Same.
You know what I'm saying?
I didn't give a damn. Yeah,
Right,
I'm not
you
gonna
know what I
lie.
mean? Collision Course was my original Habibti, all right? I'm good. You know what I'm saying? But I do think that this isn't landing the way Game thought it would land. Kendrick isn't the normal guy. You know what I mean? Us at Club Paradise, we learned that the hard way. You know what I'm saying? But Kendrick isn't a regular guy. So I don't think you can use your regular, I'ma diss him, you know what I mean? He gonna pop out like 50. I'ma write a record, he gonna send a shot back like Drake. Kendrick is so hard to read that you end up losing your own mind trying to figure out what's going on with his head. And I feel like Game is going through that, brother. So I just think that him being this contrite, him being, kind of acting like, I just wanted to help everybody. I just want to know why niggas don't want to call me. I just want the relationships to be good. I feel like that's all a result of the energy rather than the original thought.
Fair play. Fair play. Do you need a balance? Game says he's protecting the West. Big Boy said, what he said as far as questioning Game's intent. Game says it's not the way it looks. What do you say to that?
I agree with Mace, man. Like what Marlo Stanfield said, you want it to be this way, but it's the other way. That's literally Game's whole life. It's almost like he wants to be the Kendrick Lamar of the coast. He sees the love Kendrick's getting, Super Bowl, pop out, restoring the feeling in the coast. Like he sees
general love.
You know
the
what I'm saying?
consensus is Kendrick. You know what I mean?
He sees all of this. Like I can't even get this nigga on the phone, and it's like Game's always kind of been the loner. After the G Unit thing, which he wasn't really seriously a part of, they kind of just launched him in there. But after that, he's always been alone and he always fought for the coast. I just feel like right now he's going through the 38 special shit, like full ISO, no light. You remember the time son was like, yo, these niggas don't believe the verses will work like that. Do a verse. No light. No light. You come in here for light. You know what I'm saying? If you get no light, you just standing there looking like a bozo. And I feel like that's what they did the game. They just left them. They left them on red.
That's a sideways shot. Because he's talking about game, but he's also talking about 38.
Right.
Carry on. Carry
I
on.
left the nigga, and exactly that. You thought it was gonna be this way, but it was the other way. He thought it was gonna work out this way. Jaden them said, I'm gonna give you this one bar after that. I'm gonna ice you out because I see, just like the way I'm sure Kendrick sees, this is really all clout. You know what I'm saying? This ain't really music, and you're trying to get this ginormous boost because once I respond, you don't think you say I'm trying to get into Kendrick head. You don't think Kendrick's looking at this nigga like the minute I respond, his album's out of here. The next everything.
Game not some up and comer. Game certified. Game a Hall of Famer.
But niggas ain't jumping to the album. If Kenny says something right now, whatever Game says next, everyone's gonna tap it. I'm not giving you that
Kenny
light.
don't want to be part of Game's marketing
I'm not
plan.
giving you that light, nigga.
Yeah.
Like the minute I decide to come out and actually rap, I want the world to listen to me for rapping. I just came out with the DJ song I'm making music, but the minute I come out to rap, I want the world to listen to me rap, not like, oh, listen, what's he gonna say about Game? Like
Right.
He's kind of little in this nigga. Like you don't even deserve that. Like I'm not even gonna give you that. You're just gonna sit there, starve out, make these long ass albums if you want. I'm not giving you no shine, no light. And I think that's just pretty much what it is. And I think Game is just, and he's by himself. Usually, you would have the coast, the blood niggas would be like, yeah, but it's not. It's like Kendrick has galvanized everyone, just kind of like left him in the dirt, bro. It's kind of crazy, But Kendrick can't lose right now. And he don't have to say nothing to do it. That's what hurts even more. The nigga don't gotta pick up your phone. He don't gotta make a record. He got a million other people speaking on his behalf. He really
Got
like,
motherfuckers out here that's not even really fans that's wearing his t-shirts.
hey
and shit.
man,
you know what I mean?
you had to be there, y'all. You had to be there. Some niggas just
What's up with Cincinnati?
Standing in the
Yo,
rain.
hey man, with the coochie, and I fucked up a good Yankee out there
What's up
too.
with this nigga, man?
Great, yo, I'm gonna let him live. But it was a great show. Continue, son.
Cyclops is over.
Yeah, you over there? You might as well.
Words,
Game
yeah.
is a professional spin doctor, man.
Oh, man.
Michael J. Fox, nigga.
That's what he does, man. He spins the narratives. He's always gonna spin it in a way where like he's being belittled or he's he's the victim somehow.
The wronged party.
The wrong party. He's the one that's not getting the due respect. That's why him and Drake are probably such good friends.
Sit on fire tonight, bro.
I gotta catch a shot too.
Jeez.
But it was just them two.
I mean, yeah. I got one. He got one. You might as well get one too. I thought I was saying.
Shout out to you, son.
and yeah, I mean, and I could, if I put myself in Game shoes, right, like 21 years in the game. What was it? 2005 the documentary came out.
Yeah.
21 years in the game, right? Few classics. I'll give him at least two. The first two.
Okay.
Right. Some people will give him more, 3 or 4, maybe even. Just a solid discography all the way through. Always been present, always rep for the West Coast, all of that, right? And here comes this kid, right? First of all, Dr. Dre gets Kendrick gets the full backing from Dr. Dre, right? Dre gives him the full backing, the one that Game never got, for one. Two, all of a sudden he's been being hailed as like having all of these like timeless classics. People are comparing Illmatic to Good Kid, Mad City. People are comparing it to, the To Pimp a Butterfly. Game. What was the third one? Damn gets a Pulitzer Prize. And I could see Game being like, yo, what, the people done forgot about me, right? All of a sudden, right? Forgot about Dre, forgot about me. Like,
Nowadays,
like
everybody want to talk like they got something
like
to say.
like what's going on, right? And I think Game is having a hard time with just accepting that if he's a legend, then Kendrick is an icon.
Yeah.
Right. And that's I think ultimately what's getting under Game's skin is that no matter how much praise he gets, because he's still there's people out there. I mean, I thought the album was cool. There's people out there like lauding the album. They love the album.
People love Game.
His longevity goes crazy. Again, 21 years in the game. No pun intended. But they're not giving him that same level of praise. They're not putting him on the same pedestal as Kendrick Lamar, right? So if Game is an all-time great, Kendrick is a legend. If Game is a legend, Kendrick is an icon. Like one way or another, Kendrick is always going to be one step above him as far as like what the culture's saying in terms of like what the sales are saying, in terms of what the sold out shows are saying.
For the sake of clarity, you as a Kendrick fan, are you being objective in saying that?
I mean,
if it's the truth,
fuck what I'm saying. It's what the stadiums are saying.
It's the truth.
It's like what the Pulitzer Prizes are saying. It's what the Grammys are saying.
80,000.
It's literally what everybody's saying.
No, I gotta ask the question.
Of course.
You know what I mean? Because
You're doing
niggas
due diligence,
right? Because niggas gonna be like, you a Kendrick fan? I mean, you're not being fair. That's what they gonna say.
But
Sometimes you being biased, but it's completely true. Which is
Right.
It is what
Right.
it is. And he's just having a hard time sitting with that. I mean, not too many can be all-time greats. I'll give Game an all-time great.
for sure.
You know what I mean? Everybody will give Game an all-time great status.
Yeah.
He wants to be that next level. He wants to be the legend. He wants to be the icon. But
Hasn't
It's
that
not in the
shit
cards,
sailed
man.
though? No disrespect.
That's-
It's been
You know what I mean?
20-some years. Yeah, like
it's not in the cards for him. I'm sorry, Game. It's not in the cards for you. You know what I mean? I'll even give you legend. But if you're legend, Kendrick's an icon. He's always going to be one
Game's
step
definitely
above.
a legend.
You know what it is, bro? And I think this is just me guessing. I could be wrong. But I look at that word perception and how powerful perception is on the internet. And I think we've talked about it. I know, matter of fact, I know we've talked about it here, where there's people, including ourselves at times, who fight perception wars. Specifically to us, people have a certain idea of us who don't really tap into the pod. They see a clip on Twitter or whatever, and they perceive that's what the show to be. And we fought that perception. In some cases, we'll never win that fight, in fact, because some people saw that clip and they've decided that's who we are. We got Bomani Jones, that bitch ass nigga, who I look forward to bumping into one day. Look forward to it. Super judgy. Ain't nothing more annoying than a judgmental rap fan. Get him out of here. I only got room for one in my life, okay?
That's it.
It's only one.
That's it.
Everybody else is free smoke.
the snob.
Yeah, I mean?
Real shit.
Bomani Jones got a lot of nerve. You know what I mean? And the thing is Sin. And the thing is, it wasn't even me who said it. It was Sin who said it.
Right.
And he didn't even say nothing crazy.
Crazy.
Sin said something that was worth a conversation. This nigga got the judging, right?
Facts.
He's a big fan. That's
Right.
the crazy part about it.
So we fight those perception wars. And I think there's people, and my favorite people, especially who are front facing on the camera, pause if applicable, are those that are not afraid of perception. They believe what they say, and they say what they believe.
Right.
And however the public consumes the information, that's what it is. As the years have gone by with the Rap Roundtable, I've leaned more into fuck perception. This is a job. This is who I am. You like it or you don't. Whatever. You know what I mean? I don't know if a Game is comfortable doing the you like it or you don't. Whatever. Because it's not just Kendrick. You know what I'm saying? Anytime Game is in the issue with another rapper post early career Game, who was giving everybody bars and he was with all the smoke, Game does a lot of double talking with his rap issues. And I don't understand that. I don't get it. You're a competitive rapper. You love the sport. You love morphing into other people using their styles against them, so on and so forth. You are the game. You can play the game however it's meant to be played. I don't understand. I don't get, or maybe he thinks And I think I talked about this on Monday, where it's like maybe he thinks people are way stupider than even we give people credit for. Like we think people are a lot more smarter than Game. That's a guess. Because for you to do the things that you do and then say, nah, it's not the case. Like, all right, people say, oh, he's gaslighting us. This is beyond gaslighting to me. A whole album littered with GNX disses. And then you say, nah, that's not the case. I gotta be stupid.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? I gotta be stupid. It's kind of like with the Lupe thing. Where Lupe and I divided was because I said, yo, you can't talk about Kendrick the way you talk about Kendrick and then be surprised at the reaction. This is kind of the same deal with Game and in most of his issues. You can't say the things you say in your raps. You sometimes suggest in your interview, and then when people be like, no, it's not that. No, it's just, just rap. Where is it at exactly? What are you talking about? Like I'm about to Lord Jamal you, because it's just like, yo, we know what we heard. Why are you afraid of the backlash now? Before, pre-internet, Game was barring everybody up. Game would drop the 400 bar diss and then claim he won the battle right after, before the nigga could even respond to it. He's already claiming victory. I don't get it. So the internet has made Game a little scary to me. Because I think Game wants to have his cake and eat it too. He wants to bait the rapper.
Yeah.
But at the same time, say, nah, it's not the
I'm
case.
bigger than that, yeah.
He thinks, but the problem is his bars are too sharp for him to play that game with. Oh, that's not him. When you say when you say flat out G and X in a rap, we was not talking about G and X before the album was titled G. G and X wasn't in the rap lexicon before Kendrick.
No.
If you're a car person, you know what a G and X is.
Yeah.
That's a different argument. When we talking about hip hop lexicon, we was not talking about no fucking G and X, my nigga.
Nobody.
So if you say G and X in a bar, it's obvious.
Yeah.
His circle is smaller than a peephole. It's obvious. The only side I'm choosing is
Homicide,
obvious.
Yeah.
You've made it clear. So it's like when you go to Big Boy and Big Boy asks the question, because Big Boy is even more, because the thing is with age comes wisdom. Big Boy already know what it is. He's
right.
seen it all. And you say, nah, I'm protecting the coast and this and that. Like, come on, bro. Who are you going to tell the truth? If you're not telling Big Boy the truth, you go outright lie in Big Boy's face. Who are you going to tell the truth to?
Right.
I have to protect the coast.
Just
From who?
insulting intelligence all over.
From who? You protecting the coast from what? Are you protecting the coast from like issues amongst the locals who know like the street aspect of it all, who might feel a way that you're collaborating with Drake? Again, I'm saying out of West Coast business. I don't know how this shit works, but I understand that some people might be offended behind the scenes, and I get that. If that's what you're protecting the coast from, cool. But then, why are you collaborating with Drake on a song called No Breaks? With perceived, because he's saying it's not the case, so we got to throw perceived in front of it. With perceived Kendrick shots. What are we doing here, bro? That's the whole thing. What are we doing? At this point, it's not even about me attacking Game, because I'm not. But what are we doing? What is your end game? It's either you want to get... Oh, shit, that was crazy, right? Don't even ask me how. I didn't mean to. You know what I mean? It's either you want to battle Kendrick or you don't. And you tap dancing, you doing all of this. It's like, you know what I mean? You got the ring of fire right here, and you get this close, you put your toe, you get a little singe, your hair's got singed, and then you go backwards. It's either you gonna call this man out, call his fans out, call the media out who's supporting him, and just really do it, or just move on. And that's why when people get mad at me when I say, yo, I give Drake the credit, because Drake eventually pushes the button. He gonna say the thing. Drake the only nigga in rap who was, you know, he got his ass kicked for it. Let's be clear. He got packed out. But Drake was the only one brave enough to actually decide to physically, because we saw a dichotomy. We saw Drake be willing to jump in the ring with Kendrick, and we saw a nigga apologize in front of 52,000 of his own people. So we know that the intimidation factor is real with Kendrick.
Right.
But Game...
Never living that down.
Never. But Game, you tap dancing, you double dutching, just do it, bro. And then, matter of fact, let me pull up the Instagram, because you know we have to. You don't give us this type of energy, and we're not gonna see what it's hitting for. Game finally found a rap roundtable
Salute to you.
earlier today. He leaves a comment because we had talked about his whole situation with Kendrick Lamar,
Shouts to y'all.
and he comments, "Game this, game that. Game supports his name being mentioned with love or hate. Appreciate the support," and he proceeds to share the clip on his Instagram.
Shout out to you, Game.
Game, we appreciate it. I would have loved. I sent the link to Game. I even commented, "You want to come on the party?" Like, shit, why not? Add Game to the list of illustrious guests. I still would hope to get Game on the pod one day. You know what I'm saying? Because he's a controversial enough, and we're brave enough to ask all the questions.
I would.
Yes.
You know what I mean? But it's like,
I would love it. I would love to see it.
Right. And if it's not Kendrick Smoke and it's all marketing to drum up interest, I'd even ask him that, why waste our time? Because as rap fans, you teasing us then. We want to see that, or just put out the raps and let the raps talk. You don't got to do the extra shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, Game just need to lead the extras. Game is a good, matter of fact,
extra shit, bro.
Game is good enough of a rapper that we don't need the extras. You can just put out music and it's gonna carry by itself. You don't need the pseudo Kendrick beef or the perceived Kendrick beef or leaking into other creators so they could talk about you in the studio with Drake and all
Drake
this
to
and
say
that.
2
You
words
don't
on a
need
song.
that shit. And then 2 words that you doing the Big Boy interview and you protecting the coast. Honestly, if this was a New York rapper doing this, I would say you're annoying the coast because you ain't, you know what I mean? Same way how New York kind of got annoyed with the 38 thing. It's the same thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Either we competing and we really doing it at the highest level, or you putting out good music and we supporting it.
Don't try to confuse me
That's
with
it.
both.
Right. It's one or the other. And if it's both, lean into both by saying niggas' names on records and leaning into the bullshit.
Especially you, Game, who has never had an issue with saying anybody's name on any record.
Right.
Go ahead, Sin.
And I mean, I'll go as far as saying like it's lazy to just like to be of the level of talent that the Game is, and to just resort to like playing internet games and just like, you know, playing hopscotch with people's names, and then gaslighting people.
Crazy.
Like, bro, like there's so much more that you could be doing with rap, other than like maybe not having smoke for somebody.
It's almost like Game feels like we won't care unless there's
just
some
because
kind of drama involved.
Right, just to drum up drama. Like it's lazy at this point.
And that's not true, bro. We would give a fuck if Game dropped, bro.
If you just rap just for the sake of rapping.
Shit, when Dramatic dropped, we was on deck.
We was there.
We did a reaction to Dramatic.
Right.
Yeah, we did.
And the least important part of it for us was the Eminem diss.
Yes.
We were completely interested
We
in the
laughed
rest
at
of
the
the
end
album.
this.
Right.
Didn't we?
A lot of bars for M.
So that's the thing, right? Like, it's either with Game, it's like, I feel like his heart has to not be in it, because Game has never been afraid to say anybody's name. Game has never been afraid to diss anybody. He was dissing. He got with Kanye. Remember the whole Kanye did more for me than Dr. Dre.
Yes.
That was like the next year after he was rapping about sleeping with Kim Kardashian, bro. Like, Game will diss you in a second. You know what I mean? Everybody except
It's
Drake,
probably a little
honestly.
different on the West, though. You know what I'm saying? The type of
Maybe,
energy,
but
the type of
Game, I
energy
done seen
Kendrick
Game
get-
throw niggas in the bushes from the West. You know what I mean? With
Fact.
one hand, recording with one hand, beating the nigga's ass with the other hand, throw him in the bushes.
But Kendrick-
Nigga from the West. That's the Game.
Kendrick is like a Cali darling right now. I don't think you could even whisper a bad
Which
thing
goes
about him.
into why I'm not thinking Game is afraid to say Kendrick's name because he don't want to fight him.
It's too
You know what I'm
political, you
saying?
think?
Like, I think it's the
politics
politics
might be
of
like,
everything.
yo, watch your mouth when talking about that.
The
nigga.
politics,
They
and
might-
also
they might be
Game,
wrong.
knowing at the end of the day, like, you know, this entire thing comes from an action I did. Kendrick never did nothing again. At the end of the day, nothing that he can tell us. He didn't tell us during the interview. He didn't tell us on the album.
didn't call
So I'm
me.
to assume Kendrick has never done anything to Drake. I mean, to Game. You know what I mean? Game has a history of doing not things to Kendrick, but things that the Game himself would get pissed off at. If you know, he brought up Kendrick being on Power, something that happened 3 years after. If Good Kid, Mad City had the first single featuring 50 Cent, and it was in the middle of
That makes sense.
Compton, at the end of that a dead end that's on San Andreas. You know what I'm saying? If it was there, then the game might have had a problem.
If you was on Grove Street,
If I was on Grove Street, the cul-de-sac on Grove Street, Kendrick is there with 50 Cent right now recording a disc. You know what I mean? If that happened, then the game would find a way. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know.
Nigga said if Kendrick was Grove Street and Game was Ballers.
Ballers.
Then we be able to understand, you know what I'm saying? But until then, I think the game just kind of is provoking a situation that he started.
And you
himself.
know what? The thing is, his behavior is really shaking the bushes out west because Jay Stone, I'm not sure if Jay Stone is even home yet. Someone in the chat let me know.
I didn't think so.
Jay Stone
Shout out to Jay
says,
Stone.
and we went to his. Listen, I think did we all go?
Yeah. Dave East was there.
We know Mace ain't go, but did we all go?
Yeah, it was us three.
I pulled up in the last hour.
Freddie, Bobby Schmurda was there.
Bobby Schmurda, Dave East. That was a good vibe. Yeah, Mace did come off of that. You're right. I'm sorry, Mace. That was listen.
My bad, Mace.
You're right.
My bad.
You're right.
It's only been a few times.
The ghost of the phantom.
Facts.
The ghost and the phantom.
Jay Stone says, you know exactly why you can't get in touch with bro. Jay Stone is affiliated with Nipsey, rest in peace, Nip. So he's talking about Black Sand. So it seems as though Game might have some, he might, or as a phrase we use in New York, in some pockets of LA, he might be bad money. If Jay Stone from jail, supposedly, because we don't know if he came home yet, says, you know exactly why you can't get in touch with bro from behind bars, then you know what you did.
You know what you did, bro.
And a lot of people feel like it was Whack 100's comments about Nipsey and suggestions of videos with Nipsey's and compromising scenarios
out of pocket.
And Game didn't get out in front of that and tell Whack to relax that things got a little murky between Game and Black Sam and you know, there you go.
Whack was
all money in, they might not be messing with that, but Game is becoming a pariah. Remember, I talk about that a lot on this podcast. You could be a villain or you could be a pariah. You want to be a villain. Villains, there's good business in being a villain. But once you become a pariah, that means nobody's fucking with you.
Bad money.
You know what I mean? And it sounds like pariah energy.
You know what's funny? The first like half a second when you sent that text in the group chat, the Jay Stone quote, immediately I was like, oh, is he talking about Hitboy and Nas?
Oh shit.
Jesus Christ.
Yo.
I was like, oh no, this is clearly about gaming.
Wow.
It's funny that you mentioned that because Mickey Fax quote tweeted Duff Juice, who says this, and we got to move on. We're not going to speculate because we don't know this. It reads kind of messy, but since Sin brought it up, I'm going to read it. Duff Juice says, I kind of got some behind the scenes insight on Hitboy and Nas, but I'm 100% sure y'all not gonna believe me simply because the first part of the alleged issue regarding what I was told sounds very unbelievable and ironic, but it's what I was told from a reliable source, and I absolutely believe it. Simply put, Nas grew tired of Hitboy's production for a certain reason. I don't know what that reason is, but I was told he stopped calling Hitboy because he grew tired of his production. And also, I heard the main in caps, issue was Nas just wasn't with the way Hitboy was trying to morph his father into a rapper. And that's why after Magic 3, Nas made a sharp career U-turn back to his roots. And that's how we finally got the Nas and DJ Premier album. This sounds like a lot of reckless speculation, but Duff Juice says from his source, this is what he heard.
Duff Juice.
We are not stepping that round table to prove. We're not putting our name next to it. I'm just reading a tweet from Duff Juice who said he heard what he heard. And he believes his source.
Duff Juice, self-proclaimed Joe Budden historian.
And we speculated something similar about his dad anyway earlier in the stream.
I can see that, to be honest, to recklessly speculate. I can see that.
Right. Rap round table, hit the like button, hit the subscribe option, hit the notification bell. Log in to All Things Rap Roundtable. Follow us on social media. If you're watching this post-stream, swipe and hype. If you're watching this and you love what you're hearing, don't forget to hit the share option. Spread the gospel. You know what I mean? We fight a lot of we have a lot of battles here because we're very loud. We're very New York, unapologetically New York, and that makes certain people uncomfortable. So with y'all support, we can continue to spread the gospel by way of reaching new people, right? Stove God Cooks gets on the Joe Budden podcast. But before he gets on the podcast, IG story goes up where he's talking about making amends with Baby Grand, and the album is finally on the way. Then he's on a podcast with Joe, a great platform, the the Podfather himself.
Yes, sir.
And he says that he sent Hove a hook, basically spilling what we already knew because he cut his hair.
Right.
Dini.
Right.
That,
That's a
new music
Is
from
on the
Jay-Z is on the way.
Yeah.
Says he sent them a hook. We're gonna start with the Stove God of it all. They need a balance. Stove God says he's made amends with Baby Grand. Sending hooks to Jay-Z. Are we buying it this time that we're finally getting the Stove album, or are we gonna wait and see?
Till I can press play, I don't want to hear it.
Wow, come on, guys.
You're gonna have niggas in the frenzy for like 4
Come
years,
on,
bro.
man.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, like you waiting for that Pizza Hut to be delivered, it ain't coming, bro. You know what I'm saying? I gotta
And it's worse when you got
Ring
the
the
tracker and the
doorbell.
shit say delivered and you know bro ain't come here.
ring the doorbell, bro. We know you there. Ring the doorbell. We know you there when you ring the doorbell, bro. We appreciate you though, but we need the music. I've been actually spinning this freestyle he put out like literally 75 weeks ago. I think it's called Let's Figure It Out when he's in the car driving, but it's just, bro, just maybe a minute of just rapping and it just sounds so amazing. It's got so many views and I'm like, this nigga he just got us bugging right now for no reason. For something that you're supposed to have taken care of regardless. You know what I'm saying? This is your money, your life, your fucking record deal. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't gonna get it together, I can't make you get it together. I don't know. Like I said, when I'm able to, like Sen said it earlier, when he's able to see it in the Apple Music, bro, that's when I'll believe it.
Yeah. Yo, we got Leah in the chat. I ain't seen your girl Leah.
Leah.
Hold up.
Yeah.
All we gotta do is talk about Nas and Leah come back
Ain't that
outside.
crazy?
Leah, you love rap or you just
gonna
love
say
Nas?
Nas.
What
You
you
know
know what I mean?
At the end of the day, you know what I mean? Is my boy Dion L in there?
Nah,
Nah,
not yet, not yet,
Still
not
come,
yet.
He on the
still
way.
come.
Yo, Sincere the Raps now. What
Yeah.
are your thoughts in this whole situation? Are you a Dini? You not buying it until it's there?
Nope.
Wow.
If it's there, I'm buying it because that's the only way I could be assured of having it and keeping it. I'm not even gonna trust just it being on a streaming service because streaming service will have some shit on one day and cancel it the next.
Facts.
No, absolutely not. If that shit ever does drop, I'm gonna add it to my library. I'm gonna take the extra step to download the bitch. I might even outright purchase the shit.
Bitch?
I might, if there's a vinyl, I might cop the vinyl. That's how much I don't trust this digital, whatever digital version of the album they're gonna put out. I don't trust it. That's where Stove God is at right now in terms of like my trust in his album, his debut album dropping. You know what I mean? I'm gonna need some type of physical version. CD, cassette, vinyl. I need something, right? Something I could hold. Pause. Whoa.
Sheesh.
Yo.
Out of fucking
Yo.
pocket.
What the?
What?
It's got to be tangible for Sin.
You rewind.
Gotta be tangible for sin sounds crazy. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Something that is physical that I can look at, that I can put in my record player, that I can put in my cassette player.
I'm
can
willing
put in
to
my
bet
CD
that no one listened after he said that last thing. We gonna let him finish. We
listen.
gonna let him finish. But that was crazy. Yo,
Sin. Out of pocket.
Anyway, nah.
come on,
Damn it,
bro.
Walt. It's what-
Cause that's crazy, bro.
Out of pocket.
What you mean by that?
Gotta hold it.
What the?
Yo,
Yo,
you want to just keep talking like he ain't say that shit.
on Monday this will be a mute. I ain't gonna. This is the mute. This is the Monday
He
mute.
lucky I couldn't get to the fucking mute button.
Oh shit.
This guy. Makes me though.
It took a while.
Your
but some
thoughts?
guy said, "Listen, man.
That's a flagrant too. No lawn tonight, no nothing. No Chinese food, no nothing.
No
Anyway,
ribs, no rice, no
I
shit.
won't believe it. I
No,
won't
nothing.
believe it till it's in my Apple Music, iTunes,
Yeah.
whatever. I mean, and I'm gonna download that shit so they can't take it away.
On June 18th, 2023, Stove God Cooks tweeted, "It's definitely gonna be a Stove God summer."
What year was that again?
2023.
We got the
Right.
whole
I pass my phone around if the class wants to.
June 23rd.
June 18th,
June 18th, 2023?
2023. It's gonna be a Stove God summer. We've experienced 3 summers since then. So
I global warming. Maybe summer ain't finished yet.
Right. So maybe it's global warming. I don't know. But because of that, because of Baby Grand, because of the constant lies, I'm not apt to believe it. I want to so much. You know what I mean? We got, multiple hooks on the Fat Joe album. You know what I mean? 2 of the best hooks on the album. We have, the Brick Bob Bricks. We got all type of shit for Stove.
He ain't missed.
He haven't missed. He has
Welcome
not
to My
missed.
garden.
I haven't even mentioned the Clips verse.
FICO.
I haven't even mentioned it. So he has not missed. So I'd love to, suspend myself in disbelief and act like, yeah, this is Stove God has told the truth about his album the whole time. He just was supposed to drop an album earlier this year. What happened to the Swiss Beats album, Stove? You know what I mean? So no, I'm sorry. There's nothing that Stove God has done that makes
I thought they rectified that shit. The Swiss Beats
the
album.
Swiss Beats
And
album.
that it was gonna come out. And then I forgot about it.
Then you forgot about it, right?
Fuck.
Yeah.
Like the rest of that, like that tweet that I spammed all summer, by the way, to these guys. You know what I mean? I sent that multiple times to these guys. So I want to believe it, but there's nothing. You know what I mean? I need not what Sid needed, but I need something. I need something to make me believe. I need something to make me believe this other than an IG story, other than a tweet, other than
Crafty.
some random interview shit. I'm sorry,
That was
Stove.
quite crafty.
You run out of excuses. You've run out of credit. You've run out of the
He's out of equity.
out of equity. I'm sorry,
Damn.
brother. You've lost it with me. So I'd love for it to be true, but I'm almost certain that it isn't true.
Damn. Well, I think the 3 of you niggas is just too invested. I think the 3 of you niggas are too emotional about this Stove shit, and y'all not seeing straight. The man got on his internet,
Right.
his personal internet, and said the issues with Baby Grand are sorted. The one thing Stove has never said at any point in this endeavor is the issues with Baby Grand are sorted. We gonna do business and make shit shake. He put out the statement. We ain't never got that before. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? We've never got that statement. We knew about the
never
Baby
got
Grand
that.
issue the whole time, did we not?
We did.
I guess. I mean,
And
until
he's-
he changes his mind 2 days from now.
And he's never put out the official statement. He tried allegedly to get off the label. In fact, didn't he look at me like I'm bugging? he tried to get off the label. He tried to get Hove allegedly, supposedly, rumors are, to get off the label. But now he says that the business is right. Around the same time as the IG post is a Joe Budden podcast appearance
Right.
with viral clips. I'm buying everything Stove God is saying. The album is on the way. He ain't give us a date, but he said the album is on the way. Y'all emotional niggas over here to my left, y'all can have it. I'm buying it because you know what? It needs to happen. It's a lot of positive energy. He has not missed musically. He still has one of the most anticipated albums. Did he start looking at me like that? He's still got one of the most anticipated albums in rap right now. I'm fully invested. I'm buying it. I don't give a damn what anybody in the chat got to say who disagrees either. Stove God, new album on Baby Grand. Sign me up.
You know what,
Let's
chat?
pray.
I've never been more sure that Stove God was secretly signed to Rock Nation than right now. I'm gonna be honest. It's got Jov. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, Rock Nation.
I don't
Jov.
own a Paper Planes hat.
I need to see the paperwork.
crazy.
You know what I mean? Somebody gets what's the dirt for this? Look up his paperwork, please. You know what I'm saying? I think he's Rock Nation, guys.
Rock
I
Nation
think so.
Stove?
Rock Nation
If
Stove,
Shorty-
Rock Nation Jov.
if-
You guys are in cahoots.
If Shorty says she's pulling up to the crib,
Yeah.
And you been waiting for to pull up to the crib for 3 years, bro. The first excuse was, yo, I don't got no way to get there.
Right.
Then the next excuse is, I got my Uber right. I'm gonna make it now.
I'm
I'm letting you know the Uber's good now.
That's a good one.
The babysitter's on
That's a
deck.
good one
Right.
right there.
So you're
Right.
in the crib. Fuck out of here. Like, that's
You
why I
know
look
what?
at it, bro.
But you know what?
3 years.
Hold on, Sid.
I'll be right back,
But you
bro.
know what? As much as you say that, we still hope for that one day when that Uber is parked out front the crib so you could spank. And God damn it, the
But
Stove album is gonna drop.
But you're not.
I'm not losing hope.
Now it's more like, all right, when you trying to come to the crib, I hope I catch you.
Now,
but
fuck
I'm not
that.
waiting at the
I'm
crib
buying.
anymore.
I'm delusional. I'm delusional. I'm buying it.
When I tell you, there's never been a more poignant Dini girl analogy
Yeah.
than the one he just dropped right now. 3 years of waiting for buns. 3 years.
Yo,
I don't know how to get there.
this musical crack. We've been waiting for this shit for years now.
My
Musical
sister
crack
came
just feel
over.
crazy now after your girl analogy. You know what I mean? Music, because that's a double entendre. You know what I mean? Musical crack is.
My
You know what I
sister
mean?
came over. I can't come now.
Right.
I
got
gotta
my
wash.
period.
Yeah,
I
come
got
on,
my I
bro.
gotta wash my hair.
Come on, man.
You know what I mean?
Tired.
My best friend pulled up with concert tickets. I'm sorry.
Got a headache. Like after a while, it's like, whenever you pull up to the crib, I'll see you when I see you. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, what
Listen
was
to
that?
me. The album is dropping. Let's keep the main thing the main thing.
I would love
New Stove.
That
on
episode
the
of
way.
what was that episode of Seinfeld where he had the Rolodex of excuses and so why can't hang out
Yo.
with
Hang out
homeboy?
with the
not the Seinfeld reference. I hate y'all, man.
He had a ping pong table. I was a kid. I'd have hung out with Stalin if he had a ping pong table. Shit crazy. Nah, just like I said, man. Will we love it? We've been waiting for it for mad long, bro.
Yeah.
At this point, like before we knew the paperwork and all that shit was crazy on that side, we was like, yo, what's going on? I feel like low key that was the deceiving shit right there. You know what I'm saying? Because you could have told us that from the jump. The paperwork's fucked up, but this shit gonna happen. Now I don't know, bro. I feel like anything after fool me once, fool me twice, it's on me. I
mean,
just feel like that.
To go, hopefully this is safe. To go along with the girl reference,
Yeah,
I won't believe it till I'm inside.
that's it. I'm cracking it. Like how we
I gotta be inside.
so we used to crack the plastic off the CD.
I gotta be inside.
gotta
Then
be
I'll
cracked.
believe it.
Till I hit download on the Apple Joy it's quiet.
I gotta feel the warmth. How about that?
American apple pie.
Hashtag feel the warmth.
I gotta
What's the word?
I gotta hear the mac and cheese.
This
Got it.
This is why Charles has
I
it.
gotta believe it.
I gotta hear the mac and cheese.
I gotta hear the mac and cheese.
Crazy.
That's when I
crazy.
believe it.
Wow.
Shout out
After
to
3
you.
years.
What are we
God
doing?
damn it.
3 years.
Where did we
man.
get? How did we get here?
What are we doing?
Blame Dean.
It's my fault. It's my fault.
Hit the like button.
Ugh.
Hit the subscribe button.
Hit 'em up.
Hit
Please,
the
what-
notification bell.
off
you know
the
what I mean?
rails.
We are grown men, and sometimes we have conversations that might be inappropriate. If that speaks to our character, oh wow.
Right. Right.
Yeah, I mean,
Shit, man.
he also said, he being Stove, that he sent Jay-Z a hook, and he would hope that Jay-Z uses that hook for his upcoming album, whenever that might be. That we had the announcement of the Jay-Z in 8, Rick Rubin. That's gonna be a great HBO special.
That's gonna be a conversation.
Crazy.
It's crazy how Hove comes outside in 6 albums in 3 years. It just doesn't matter anymore. Yeah, I mean,
There you go.
a couple of shows
There you
in
go.
the
Friendships are fucked up
documentary.
now.
Yeah, I mean,
Sin, you heard that one, you know?
Hove might just give Hitboy a production credit, give him some points on the next Jay-Z album and get him right. Instead of a guy from Queens is a shyster.
Set him up, you know what I'm saying? Set him up nice.
I'm too busy to pick up the phone now.
Come to Brooklyn, because that shyster over there, that casino guy,
There you
can't
are.
trust him. You know what I mean?
Maybe he offered a small sliver of.
He was on the floor
of
level.
Resorts World.
He was on the floor level at Yankee Stadium,
was.
so he probably was backstage with
was in
the
a
Jigger
good
man.
vibe.
He played you too, huh? Yeah. He got you too, didn't he? I told you he would.
You know what's gonna happen.
You know, people believe he's this nice guy, but he's really a jerk. You know what I mean?
Queens get the money.
You know what I mean? That's why I said I skated in the Jeep because he called me a Thai boho. You see? That's not okay. That's not cool.
She told me I was trying to kick knowledge.
Come on, right. Come on, man.
Oh shit.
Dame Dummy. He's Biggie. He's Puffy. Why would he say that to me?
How dare you?
Shit.
Come over here, Hit. I'll take care of you. You know what I mean? But you know, Stove God said, you know, that he sent them a hook. So, Deanie, do you believe now that Hove is about to drop?
Or
It's
2027.
on the way. It's on the way. Like I said, Jay-Z is the master of like making the moment last as long as it can. I don't know how often these episodes are gonna drop, but let's say these are like a weekly episode thing. Like a weekly episode, that'll cook into 2 months right there. Drop it in September. That'll take you way into December before that shit is out.
Right.
And then, like I said, if it don't drop December 4th or September 11th, then it's not coming this year.
So it's like a mini doc
It's a
series.
8-point series, but I'm like, why?
Eight-part series. Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
but why would you just do it like Netflix
Oh,
and give it all
that's
at the same
eight,
time?
okay.
It would usually like X-Men type shit
Because it's
just every
called
week.
promo, Deanie. You build it up, and then after the 8th episode drops, new album.
8th episode is pretty much December.
Yeah.
So
December
December 4th would be crazy on his birthday.
So you
That's-
believe now?
That was my initial, but I just between the time of that and then there's a show coming
So
in
it don't-
September.
So wait, let me get this straight.
I'm getting
Sid.
there.
Let me
I'm
get this
getting
straight,
there.
Sid.
I'm not
He's
there
saying
yet.
he don't believe that Stove is dropping, but Stove saying he sent Hove a hook is enough for him to believe that Hove is dropping this year.
I do.
See how that kind of doesn't make sense, right?
If depending on when the docuseries ends, if
Right,
it ends December, then I think we could have something going on.
Right.
But after that, we'll probably get another museum.
I mean, I
trip or
see.
something.
I can see it though. Hove could do whatever he wants.
Yo, it might be another Brooklyn Museum kind
Yo,
of thing.
Deanie don't be making no sense.
How?
sometimes, yo. Like, he don't be
Still got to
making
deal with
no
Baby
sense.
Grand. Baby Grand could change their mind like
Anytime.
tomorrow.
Baby Grand wanted the album out last year, bro.
Stove God could change his mind like tomorrow.
That's a
Like,
fair
how
assessment.
much money had to be fucked up? A tour with
It ain't that much.
I mean,
It's
it's
Baby
money.
Grand. It's not.
The
It's
verses,
not in the scope.
a lot
You
of
know what I
a lot of features will probably pull back because he wouldn't. That's crazy. A lot of features will pull back because he was gonna get the capitalize
Baby
on the
Grand
money.
be tweeting me, bro. Like, yo, Baby Grand got shit to do, my nigga. When the last Jedi mind tricks, nigga? What you talking about? Baby Grand. Baby fucking Grand, nigga.
Oh
It
shit!
is not no major label, my
Oh,
nigga.
shit.
Yo,
Baby Grand. As long as the job take you to get a paycheck, that's how long Baby Grand take to put their shit
you
together.
get to the job, you gotta wait 4 weeks to get paid, nigga. That's Baby Grand. You know what I mean? You gotta do your 4 weeks.
When you first start, 4 weeks, nigga.
4 weeks, nigga. That's it.
Oh man!
That's it. Early if you got Bank of America, you heard?
Oh,
Baby
shit.
Grand.
Get that on Wednesday.
You know what I mean? You got MCU,
Oh shit.
TD, you better lock that card. You know what I mean?
Yo, it ain't that
Follow-
much paper, my
I'm
nigga.
crying
Shout
real
out Baby
tears,
Grand,
bro.
but they got loans to pay back, okay?
I'm crying real tears, bro.
Oh shit. Hove is dropping.
Oh,
Jay Z and Nate. Hopefully a Stove hook. Just wait a minute. Just know. Okay? I've been telling y'all Deanie was wrong. I was right. It's dropping this year. You know what I mean? So sit the rest out real quick. Rhapsody.
Oh yeah.
New album. You know what I mean? Let me get the title right here. God got an afro and gold hoops. Rhapsody's a person you've championed throughout the life of this podcast.
Yeah.
The chat has been clamoring for our thoughts on this album. What are your thoughts on this new Rhapsody release?
Unfortunately, it's sad to say I'm not really digging the new Rhapsody.
Oh no.
Apologies to whoever is feeling it, whoever thought that I would be feeling it. I guess I'll start with the production. The production is it. I'm always up for somebody experimenting with their production and the production style, going in different directions, trying new things. I did not think that this production really suited Rhapsody. The first few songs on the album, I feel like she had a hard time finding the right pocket for some of these instrumentals. And so while I do, give her some credit for being brave enough to try a new musical direction, as I always do. I didn't think it really suited her, right? Then there is I had some issues with the mixing as well. But I don't want to nerd out too much on that. I'll tell you the songs that I did like. Let me see. Oh, I guess I
ain't
didn't.
gonna lie, Mixer's been taking a hit this year.
I guess I didn't save the notes that I took here, but whatever. The lead single, God Got a Fro, I dig it, right? I don't love it, but I dig it, right? The joint with Malice, Black Love, I thought that song was fire, and Malice came through, did what Malice does, what he's been doing since the resurrection of the Clips.
Yeah.
Did his thing on that. And then there was one other song. Damn, I didn't save. I thought I saved the notes, but I didn't. There was one other song that I liked. For the most part, though, it just wasn't my bag. Eve to me was a far better project. Please Don't Cry to me was a far better project from Rhapsody. This one right here, A for effort, but in execution, wasn't really for me.
Ouch. Again, Sincere, the rap snob. If he says it, I'm gonna lean with my brother on that because he has a very sharp ear. We know the pen of Rhapsody is still one of the best, especially on the lady side.
Facts.
Arguably, probably the best lyricist actively on the lady side right now. But tough crowd. Since the rap snob is hard to please.
Right.
And I wanted to be clear, like writing wise, like she was saying a lot of great things. And again, like we all know, like I love what she does. I love what she stands for. Black power, black excellence. Loving being in tune with blackness and the black culture
And
black
womanhood as well.
Hands down.
right?
And womanhood as well.
And womanhood as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Even the album title, that's a fire title.
Right.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And so I love the intention and the message, but just musically the execution was a little off.
It's fair play.
Shouldn't have to say it, but Sin is a person who's been up here and has championed Rhapsody's music more
Heavy.
than anybody up here.
Heavy.
When me and Jav get into our Nicki's the GOAT bag, Sin is always there to talk about Rhapsody and take up for her.
Aggressively tells us the FOH.
Right.
It's not even a casual FOH. It's an
Facts.
aggressive FOH. And, all of our favorites have misses on
Right.
discography. But I will say I do like that the promo run she's doing. She was on ABC News.
That was dope.
Getting that light.
Joe and Jada. She
Yeah.
did.
There you go, Joe and Jada. So she's
Her and Rob did it.
yeah, you beat me to that. And then she was with on Power 105. She was with Punch, doing her thing. New York's Punch, not TDE Punch. For any confusion out there,
Right.
So she's done the promo run. She's getting the information out there. I would have just loved it if some of her previous work got that same promo push as this most recent.
Hell of a
Right.
performer too.
You know what I mean? Dini the Balance, you got a reaction for us. Fat
Yeah.
Joe, Organized Rhyme. And I think that album title is so fire because when you think about the fact that a lot of rivals have gotten together in the last 5 to 10 years in the New York scene. New York is having a hell of a year, quiet as kept in
Talk
hip hop.
about it.
To call it Organized Rhyme, when you think about the Rock Nation affiliations of Fat Joe and Jadakiss and their history with Jay-Z, and now they're together. It's really like a hip hop La Costa Nostra happening with all of the old dons getting together and making money together. So it's not lost upon me that the name of this album is Organized Rhyme, and in fact, all of the families of the New York hip hops from yesteryear are all conglomerated together to create this new energy that's been really fulfilling and filtering through the culture. So, what are your thoughts on Organized Rhyme for Fat Joe?
I liked it, man. I went in there with some trepidation. I didn't know what I was gonna get. I kind of know what I was gonna get, but I didn't know if I was gonna get what I kind of expect consistently. I feel like from a Joe project, you expect a few things, and I got everything I expected. Are you gonna be blown away with like out of this world lyricism listening to Fat Joe? No. You're probably not. But what I get is, the knocking beats, some dope vibes, a street anthem or two, some slick talk, some good hooks, some sample flips, and I got all of that, man. Narcos opens up, the joint opens up with Narcos, which is just Raekwon talking spicy on the joint.
Yeah.
Love that. 2 plots of CeeLo with the chipmunk funk soul sample. Thought that was fire. The Aroma, probably one of the hardest songs to come out this year.
Definitely one of those.
Heavy replay. Shout out to Stove on the hook. Easily fire. He had the Coach Mike Brown skit. That was cute. The shit with Young Miami and Kiss, the Victory Lap joint with the Victory sample, street anthem. Say what you want. That shit comes on, you gonna move. It's a Victory sample. Heavy Price to Play. I like the production and I like the hook. I just feel like that beat wasn't doing Joe justice.
Right.
Like that. In fact, a few of the songs, I just feel like Joe should have kind of rapped a little less and let someone else do the heavy lifting. You don't got a heavy lift no more in terms of like, you know what I'm saying? You're already a legend in the game. You just do your thing, make the music good, and just keep pushing. Dead or Alive, shout out to Remy. Remy had a great verse on that. Remy always gonna have a good verse. Not Going, Stove Gore joint. I needed a Stove verse though.
Yeah.
We just got the hook. Shout out to Joe rapping on it, but that needed a Stove verse.
You know what? Considering we don't have a Nate Dogg in the league anymore, I don't mind Stove kind of filling that void.
Was digging it. Set of Keys will Push. Oh my God. I always say every album got at least 2 joints that are like out of here. Aroma and Set of Keys for me are like heavy rotation joints, And he got the joint with Feeling Away with Steve Mackey with the old school nostalgic-y, vibey kind of joint. And it closes out what They Want to Know, which the beat was tough and Joe was talking. A lot of the times I was listening to the joint, I'm just like, damn, if Joe just replaced his verse, kept one verse or just replaced this other verse with somebody else's to kind of balance it out. Not to say it should be a complete feature album.
No Remy on this album?
Huh?
No Remy?
Yeah, Remy got a joint.
I'm
He got a
looking at
verse.
it, I was
It's a
tripping.
great verse too, But I just feel like Joe, like I said, if you
Should have probably
expected,
let her rhyme more.
yeah, like it just, you can tell the breath controls a little.
Say the thing, Dean.
That-
Say the thing.
It
You
just-
know you want to say it.
It just felt like he should have let more people do the rapping part. You know what I'm saying? The production was crazy. Shout out to Cool and Dre. They even managed to flip some Neptunes kind of sounds for me on it. Like there's some
What do you
hard.
think he want to say, Mace?
he want to say that Fat Joe was the worst part of Fat Joe's album.
Oh my God.
That the hooks were fire.
The
Yo,
hooks were
The
fire.
hooks were fire.
all right.
The production was fire.
I know
The cover was
I know
fire.
we're long on time. But can we talk about this for a little bit?
Talk to me.
What's up?
I feel like Fat Joe gets overly hated.
Right.
I feel like Fat Joe gets unnecessary hate. He's never once in his life been ranked or thought of as an elite lyricist.
Okay.
So to expect that from him 30 plus years into the game, what was it? Flojo was like what, 93?
Right.
Yeah.
And he was even worse. He was worse then.
Yeah. Yeah.
Flojo is about as basic rhyme lines as you can
It is.
get.
But he does give you what you
Pun-
expect from a Fat Joe.
I don't know. Maybe Pun got on the team and showed him a thing or two about how to
rap
structure
a certain-
some
Yo,
bars.
not too much on Joe, bro. Joe,
No,
Joe got
no.
a great ear for beats.
Listen,
Shout out Cool and Dre.
No,
knows how to
but
make a great hook.
that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Is like
Joe. What do you mean?
he is
Bars?
he's good.
Right.
I think he's good.
really good, man.
He's not great. He's
He
not
thinks
an
he's
elite
good. He
lyricist.
know he not one of them.
He's not one of them. He's never tried
It's
to be one
12
of them.
joints. It's 36 minutes.
But I
it's
always-
a palatable. It's a very palatable album.
Okay.
I always feel like the voice is there, delivery is there,
Yeah.
pocket is there.
Yeah. Breath
He's
Control's
a-
a little rough on this album, but it's still
I-
there.
you
Ain't
know,
he 60?
You know,
But that just goes
Yeah,
to show you
definitely.
the niggas who still have it that
You're
60
not-
and just that special.
he's not gonna give you no, stop rewind type of shit. He's not gonna give you no double
You know why I'm
entendres,
gonna give
nothing.
Joe his grace and his credit, because when we were in the early stages of the Great Rap Depression, he was giving us
He
great
was rapping.
music.
was
So
rapping.
I'm always gonna have to pause
Give Joe
an
his
affinity
flowers, bro.
for Fat Joe.
Big
Like
Bronx.
that era where he had Clap and Revolver and so much more, The Incredibles. Listen, I love Fat Joe for that. He carried when we needed someone
And
to carry.
this isn't just like
Make it rain. You know what I mean?
this isn't just from Ace. This is something that I've seen in the Twitter sphere.
Salute.
You don't know no better.
I know. I'm just saying. That like to me, coming from the era that I came from, Fat Joe is as hip hop as it gets, man.
Yeah,
like
sure.
he's culture. He was in the streets. He was a graffiti artist.
Yeah.
He was into all like he was from the ground up with this shit.
And he went to
And
war
no
with
one
other
called-
legends.
Right, and no one's called bullshit on any of his stories.
Yeah.
I ain't see outside of maybe Cuban
He
Link.
might embellish,
You know what I mean?
but like,
Little
But that's the
some
New
shit.
York thing. We
Right.
embellish every story. If it was 5 niggas, it was 10. Okay?
Right.
You got jumped by 20 niggas, it was really 4. That's
20
what we do. It's what we do. 20 niggas, bro. I had to fight them off. It was 4.
But what I noticed is like it's Mace's generation and younger
Wow.
that be shitting on.
We care
Joe,
what
bro.
OVO Mace got to say
I
about
know.
Fat
I'm
Joe.
just saying they just be shitting on Fat Joe, bro.
Just saying,
And I'm like,
just saying,
They caught the tail end, man.
just saying.
We care what OVO Mace got to say about Fat Joe. He think Iceman the classic.
Fat,
I know it. Actually, yeah.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Fat
I'm
Joe,
sorry.
Fat
I'm
Joe is
sorry.
from the
They
earth
spun
of
it
this
down
shit,
that
bro.
hill.
Facts.
I'm just saying, man.
That's a
I'm
fact.
just
All right.
saying.
Great reviews. That
For
other
sure.
topic, you know, about, you know, meth heads and whatnot. Pull up on Monday.
Damn.
Pull up on Monday. We gonna get to that. Trust me, we gotta get to that. But you know, time is of the essence.
For
So,
sure.
Macito, what you got for us on the young rap side?
Man, we gotta be fast today. We gotta get out of here. My boy Job got shit to do. You heard? But we'll be fast here. It's 2 big stories, especially in my lane this week. We'll be fast. OVO is sold, guys. Y'all see what we did? Or OVO the brand, the clothing line, the you know, that brand. You know what I mean? He, you know, they didn't smell Smiley's contract. Chubbs isn't gonna have to crash out for folks. Not that, guys. You know what I mean? Just
What about the
OVO.
Iron Man suits, bro?
You know what I mean?
Iron Man suits.
We gotta pay these bills, Job. What you mean,
Nah.
bro?
You know what's crazy? I seen
400
him
million
walking in
don't
an
pay
Iron Man
itself
suit, and
back.
I was like, yeah, that's Drake.
Damn.
That walk is unmistakable.
400 million don't pay itself back, man. We gotta do some shit sometimes, guys. You know what I mean? Lucian knows where the guy lives.
Is he out of his deal or not?
I think he is. To
Okay.
be honest with you, I think he is. But I don't want to be the guy to go out and say this happened for a fact.
We'll
I
call
do
you a
think he
dickhead
is.
immediately. So
Listen,
you're right. That's a
immediately.
great
That's
decision.
what I gotta be careful. Y'all tried to save me that a couple weeks ago. You know what I mean? I was too arrogant not to see it. But yeah, I'll save myself this time. You know what I mean? But y'all seen, you know, we spoke about it. We went into in depth to it. So I'd be remiss not to report on, you know, the conclusion of it. He has sold it to something holdings. I'm gonna go back to it really quick, guys. Apologies for my lack of to Authentic Brands Group, you know, the people who own the Shack and own Muhammad Ali's brand, a clothing, you know, authentication brand. You know what I mean? They rent out, you know, they make sure you in Models and they make sure you in Foot Locker and things like that.
Kind of like a distribution situation.
Kind of a distribution situation. Some people feel like it means Drake is broke. Some people are like it's nothing. Somewhere in between as usual, right? It's clear that Drake was in debt with the company. He had to pay somebody back, and this deal is partially made because of that debt. You know what I mean? This brand was not profitable anymore. He was losing money on it. Doesn't mean Drake is at the, you know what I mean, at the soup kitchen. Doesn't mean he's not, you know what I mean? Does it mean that he can't pay for goth baddies bras, you know what I mean, or lack thereof? I don't think so, you know what I mean? But this was a failed venture, you know what I mean? This was something that didn't work. I'm sure it's embarrassing to have to make this move for him, you know what I mean? That's why he's trying to do it on a low in the middle of his other successes. Authentic Brands will own 51% of the brand. Him and 40 will own 44%, 5% to, you know, random other people. So yeah, it's definitely what y'all guys said. He wasn't making money. He wasn't dead. He did lose it. You know what I mean? But it isn't as big as I think everyone thinks it is. But I do think it's a black mark on the overall. Like this is the original brand. This is what him and his boys came up with back in the back in the 6 and 08. Then you know what I mean? OVO ATF. I know you was on them blogs like me back in the day. You know what I mean? I know it was me and you was the only ones up there. You know what I mean? So
I don't think Dini even had
Dini
a
was
career
watching.
back then.
Dini was
bro.
watching
Damn.
Degrassi.
They was a Degrassi fan. You know what I mean? It was
No
BG.
shape up in the wheelchair. God damn it.
He was a JT fan, all right, a
Holy
Liberty
He's
fan.
that nigger.
Alright,
That's what
you know what I
he
mean?
Ignorant.
You know what I mean?
so
Friday at 8, Degrassi.
Best ER I've ever heard in my life, bro.
Friday at 8,
God
Degrassi
damn.
and tuna fish sandwiches. We were all there, okay?
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Dead.
I
Where's
used to
my
watch-
tuna fish
I
sandwich?
ain't gonna lie.
Mayo.
I used to catch Degrassi on a Sunday afternoon, like
know
before
what I mean?
football. You heard?
Get you a
shit.
you know what I mean? Some tuna, some
Channel
hard
9,
ERs.
you
You know
see
what I mean? Jar was that nigger. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
That's what Macitos told me. I said, this guy was on Degrassi. How you think I know Degrassi? I was watching this shit. You know what I mean?
Wow.
I said, that nigga with no hairline? What the fuck?
Baby
Turn that
afro with
fucking
no
back
shape
speed back on, nigga. Shut the fuck up. Yeah. Fuck. You know what I mean? No, I should have been listening to this nigga.
I really want to feel that. This nigga played Drake to me, bro.
Said turn that shit on, nigga. But you know,
What a time.
so definitely I count it in the L section though, for sure. You know what I mean? Anytime that you own something 100%, I get it. He sold it for 111, guys. I know, but didn't he owe like 60 of it? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now.
Crazy.
I do think he kept 44% to make sure that the employees, because he's still in charge on the creative side. So I do think he wanted to make sure the employees didn't lose their job. That's a W, but you know what I mean? That you sold it, so that means you couldn't pay the employees. You know what I'm saying? So
It is what it is.
it is what it is. You know what I
about
mean? So until the next drama that Drake got, we'll keep you informed. I don't know about y'all, but I'm glued to my, you know what I mean, to my phone screen, to my YouTube on my television, to everything about this little Dirk trial. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can't get close into all of this. Y'all know the whole OTF is snitching. Not the whole OTF. Shout out to Didi. I'm a blatant fan with this guy, so you know, I'm on Dirk's side with this. You know what I mean? I don't want him to go to jail, but whatever happens, happens. But y'all seen everything that's been going on. OTF Vonnie telling, OTF Vonnie telling, OTF Jam telling. We got Brian Steele, the best, you know what I mean, the Jordan of goddamn defense attorneys, going crazy on OTF Jam. It's all type of craziness going on. Y'all can see what's going on. What I do want to ask the guys is, do we think that this trial is impactful in the overall scope of hip hop? We've seen what happened with Young Thug. We've seen what happened with the various New York crews. We've seen everything that's going on with Lil Durk being seemingly the most realistic on his lyrics, the most, you know what I mean? Because I'm gonna tell you right now, all these crimes is in bars. I'm gonna tell you that right now. But do we think this has any sort of impact further? You know, we've seen street rap kind of get taken out the mainstream even further in 2026. We've seen a lot of people that we thought were going to take over the game get taken out of the game. Is this going to change anything? Will people still snitch on themselves? Will people still make these horrible decisions? Do y'all have any thoughts on this Dirk trial and what y'all have seen?
I'm quiet on that. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm not following the trial and all that information, but I can only suspect that as we've seen, street rap not so prevalent in the mainstream. I think it's gonna get further and further away from the mainstream to the point where it's just not economically viable anymore. Because, you know, and when you were telling the story, I couldn't help but think of like back in the day when we had the quote unquote rap police, right?
Right, the hip hop police.
The hip hop police, and they was just like trying to catch somebody red-handed. They was following motherfuckers. They was showing up at shows. They was showing up at the clubs, all that, and like there wasn't much that materialized, you know, out of that endeavor for the police, right? I can only think that they were thinking at some point somebody's going to trip up. Somebody's gonna, you know, foul up, right? And it just, I guess they just needed to wait a generation.
Damn.
You ain't lying, son.
You know, and this is the generation that now is like fully putting their crimes and all their transgressions on wax in songs in detail. Like the shit motherfuckers used to talk about was just like generalities. You know, there was no specificities.
Mace said one time we didn't know who peed through the TV at.
Right.
It was generalities. It was generalities and rhetoric and bravado, and that's all it was.
Today is different.
There was no specificity, and now they've taken it to, you know, generalities and rhetoric isn't going to cut it for them, at least. You know,
2T's just quote tweeted us and said to please credit the source. We said your name last time. Shout out to Elliot Wilson, man. Wrong guys. We said you know, so you in my name on this shit.
We might have talked about y'all more than Hitboy, to be honest.
A lot of love, baby.
As you were said.
yeah.
Nah, I appreciate you said.
I
appreciate you said. I'll say this. I agree with everything Sin said, and I will say this. We've had a bunch of issues recently with this, you know, this Drake, this Rock Nation, this state shit, and the thoughts about, well, how hip hop is this conversation? I feel like this Little Dirk situation kind of even puts that situation even more into light. What is hip hop media? Who are these people we have talking to us? Do these people that are giving us this information, how much do they love hip hop? How much do they love the people that listen to hip hop? How much do they love the actual culture? That I'm also noticing that, and I wanted to make sure I said that, but we can move on, fellas.
Salute. No mailbag this week. We had the super chats for that. You know what I mean?
Yes,
Shout out
sir.
to everybody who threw some money our
Salute.
way.
Love y'all.
I think
Shouts
it
to
was
TBZ, man,
TB.
always.
And it's real. It's a lot of
Real
bread.
good.
Bruce Leroy.
Bruce Leroy. I think there was another person who threw a super chat saying we need your beat tape in there.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
instrumental
true.
tape. Facts.
Salute.
Trust me,
that?
I know the
Go to
time.
your, the little gear. I think it'll give you like a super chat only option. Go to the chat filter. Fan funds.
funding.
Yeah.
Copy. J Mac, salute
Yeah.
to you,
Yeah.
man.
Hey, baby.
$2. Yeah, man. Working on it.
That was it. There was another one. Was two more.
No, that was it.
It's a few.
Oh,
It's a few in there.
I read
He
those. Though.
said whatever.
Got it.
Yeah, I read
Walt
that.
got
Well,
us.
bet. So shout out to all
Shout
the
out to
super
Walt.
chats. We appreciate you. Walt on the screen right there.
Yes,
Beautiful.
sir.
It said it's 58. That was crazy. Yeah. That's why he didn't want to read it. I can understand that. You know what I mean? It was a lot. But we are somewhere in New York City. Sincere trying not to get ejected from the podcast. But we know that the rap stop has a lot to say.
Came close.
You know what I mean? Summer's coming to a close. It's still humid as shit in New York City, low key. It's tornadoes now, even in the five boroughs.
What's going
And
on?
we need you too. Get off Sincere's lawn.
All right. Before I kick people off my lawn, I want to make sure to give some flowers on this episode because summer's coming to a close. It's gonna be autumn. Flowers ain't gonna be around for too much longer, so
Right.
I want to make sure to hand out some flowers while they're still here. For one, I've been on this guy's head top for a little bit. You know what I mean, from bro, come on, man. Nobody else said anything. I've been on his case.
Shout out to Joe.
I've been on this guy's case for quite some time, from stuff that he wears. He dropped an album called Blockbuster that was not good.
Yeah.
Man.
From
boy.
some
This
feature
is
verses,
self-serving. Go ahead, Sid.
some feature verses that we could have done without, honestly. But I want to hand some flowers today to the legend Busta Rhymes, because he put out an album called Diligence 2 with full-on Dilla beats front to back. Right? He unearthed some classic shelved, vaulted Dilla production from numerous eras of Dilla's discography. And it was just like, it was so refreshing to hear. And for somebody of Busta Rhymes' stature to put out a project like this, where it's clearly just a labor of love, and wanting to keep Dilla's name alive and out there in the public. Maybe a newer generation can learn about Dilla the way, you know, the OGs knew about Dilla. I love everything about this, right? The album itself, right? There's a few joints on there that I've added to my Dilla playlist because they stand up there with, you know, the greatest Dilla productions in his discography. The project as a whole, it was a little hit or miss. Sometimes I do wish that like he might have had some more features or some other people rhyming or singing on these joints, but like just the fact that he put this project together, all the flowers to Busta Rhymes for that. Ma Dukes was on the project, you know, Dilla's mom's. Salute to her. Rest in peace to Dilla. Also, D'Angelo was also a feature on the album. That's one of the songs that I absolutely love. Busta Rhymes, D'Angelo, and Dilla. So salute to them. Rest in peace. That was great, right? Flowers to them.
I could have rapped on that album. Cinna wouldn't have cared because it's Dilla beats. Go ahead, bro.
Second, listen, nobody else has brought it up. I didn't see nobody throw this in the group chat. I was about to throw it in the group chat, but I didn't want to get, you know, accused of glazing or whatever.
So we can do it right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Kendrick Lamar, saving lives out here, man.
Damn.
Yo, damn, Ace. Yo, bro, I gotta get out of here. Get to the launch.
All right, bet.
Kendrick Lamar saving lives.
Kendrick Lamar held a personal birthday party for a young man. He promised to meet up
great.
with.
That was great.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
I thought you were talking about DJ Dahi. That was what I was talking about.
Oh no, not that.
Save lives. My bad.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Little boy lost his arms to a dog attack. Kendrick promised.
He lost his arms.
It's both arms, bro.
God, what kind of dog is like? Yo, fuck was.
But you know, Kendrick at one point or another had promised to give him a personal birthday party. He did, as such, received several gifts and VIP passes to Disneyland, Universal, and Hollywood, all from Kendrick. So while Game and Drake are out here, you know what I mean, doing what they do, this is what Kendrick is.
That beats barking at a girl, yes.
For sure. So that's the flowers section. I have to make sure to do that. Now the lawn.
Oh shit! I thought.
No. There's still a lawn.
Somebody got to get kicked off.
Somebody got to get kicked off, and the first person in line is OVO Mall.
OVO. Oh, wow.
OVO Mall, although he's not quite OVO Mall in this situation, in this context, he's more Rock Nation Mall.
Okay.
I think he lost his Rock Nation stamp.
Mall says Nas Ether is one of the worst songs in rap history.
Damn.
Wow.
He's bugging.
Wilding out.
On the same stream where I quoted the lyrics. Yeah, that's good. Ain't nothing wagging about Ether, bro.
Get the fuck off my lawn. Now, look, I understand people. He goes on to say like he hated the beat, and I understand that a lot of people don't like the beat. The beat to me was always like it served the purpose of being, you know, sort of unorthodox and menacing. Like that was the purpose of it, right? Like I'm not gonna take that beat and try to like, or I wouldn't give it to Deanie to freestyle over it.
I mean, the opening salvo of the beat, fuck Jay-Z. It's all the beat conversation is done,
right?
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
That's not true.
Right.
It's haunting.
It's haunting.
Yes.
It did what it was supposed to do, right? And even if you do believe that the beat is trash, now it's an iconic beat.
Yeah.
So Nas made a trash beat iconic.
We don't cook
Tells you
on
everything you need to know.
Top 10
cooked on it.
It's
top
not a
10 most
beat.
iconic beat ever. You know what I mean?
It's
not a
Top 5 maybe.
Automatic roast.
That's
Small,
cold.
fuck
that
off my lawn.
Ether beat is cold. Like
Oh, wow.
Now next,
he just want them Rockefeller points back.
now I'm getting this off of a screenshot of a tweet that I saw that just says radio podcaster. I don't know bro's name. If anybody knows bro's name or Mace does, please fill it in. Radio podcaster dismisses Rhapsody's top 5, claiming people rank Andre
That was
3000 and
punch.
Black Thought high
You should have saved that for Monday. That's a whole conversation.
over the likes of
Yeah,
Jadakiss
actually.
and Fabulous because it's quote unquote trendy.
You gotta cook that nigga.
Bro, get the fuck off my lawn with this shit. I'll keep it short. Maybe we'll discuss
Now
it on
we
Monday.
gotta talk about that.
But get
I
the
didn't,
fuck off my
I didn't know
lawn.
that. I didn't know that made it to your desk.
That
got some
shit got to get
balls
the
for
fuck
that.
off my lawn.
That's a good
Expeditious.
conversation
Yeah.
pending.
DJ Punch, former DJ of 6ix9ine.
From Canarsie.
Continue.
And lastly, I gotta, you know, we already touched on this, but you know, I'll throw him in here again. Dr. Dre,
Yep.
gotta get off my lawn with the AI shit, and especially now because like we talked about it on Monday, the Busta Rhymes Dilla project dropped on Tuesday, and one of the things about Dilla's production, everybody says, is how he humanizes the MPC. He humanizes the beat machine and the programming and everything. And so that sharp contrast between hearing Dilla production for the first time in many, many years, new Dilla production, and then having Dr. Dre talk about using AI, such a stark contrast.
Crazy.
Dr. Dre, get the fuck off my lawn with that bullshit.
Jesus.
Beat it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Since it a rap snob with flowers and some fertilizer for the lawn so that it can kick people the fuck off and preserve growth
Yes,
throughout
sir.
the year. This has been episode 156 of the Rap Roundtable. We hope you enjoyed it because we enjoyed delivering it to you. We had a lot of fun tonight. More fun coming this Monday. Make sure y'all pull up the Monday Night Raw. We're going to talk about the meth heads in Ohio, I promise. Make sure you tap in. We got to have this 3K conversation.
Yeah.
Make sure you tap in. But while you're here, if you haven't by now, hit the like button, hit the subscribe option, hit the notification bell, log in to All Things Rap Roundtable. Follow us on Instagram, follow us on X, follow us everywhere. We're building the energy, the momentum is building. 2T's quote tweeted us saying thank you because we did accredit him and Vlad.
Salute.
You know what I mean? So make sure, you know, we don't take credit for shit over here. We always pass off the credit. Shout out 2T's. We still need you to come to the ghetto. 2T's, stop playing with us.
Hello.
Come to the ghetto. You can sit next to Vlad. You could definitely come to the ghetto.
I'm saying.
2T's.
I'm saying. Like, come on.
So, all right. Dini the Balance, take us home.
Yo, shout out to everyone watching now. You heard this, good brother. All them good spots you can locate us, man. The Gram, YouTube, Facebook, X. We everywhere you need to be. Shout out to Walt the Great. We got him back. Ginobili in the building. Shout out to Macito,
Shout out
voice
Walt
of the
Jr.
culture. Shout out to Junior Walt. Shout out to Macito. Shout out to Sincere the Rap Snob. The production be back.
Super
Niggas been asking for the
producer.
tapes in. We're gonna have to beat you like a rented mule to put this fucking
Gotta
tape
get you
out,
to rhyme
B.
on them.
Yo, if I got a freestyle to get my vibe, I
What Jim
freestyle to
Ross
get
said,
my
you
vibe.
gotta beat you like a scalded dog. That's how we gotta get said.
Gotta get some in that bag. Shout out to Jarvie, hardest working man in show business.
GOAT.
Gotta make a run for it. Always working on the
Yes,
go.
sir.
I'm Dini the Balance. You know what
My
it is.
dog.
With our powers combined, it's the Rap Roundtable. You heard your favorite podcast. We out of here. Catch us Monday. Love.
156 in the books. Log in with your guys.